Life goes on. A man become preeminent. He is expected to have enthusiasms. What am I? What is that which gives me joy? Thanks. Baseball. A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for what? For individual achievement. There he stands alone. But in the field, what? Part of a team. Teamwork. Sunny day, stands are full of fans. What does he have to say? I'm going out there for myself. But I get nowhere unless the team wins.
Team.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can't pass the people, can't pass the hitman. Get on down like I wanna get on the good foot. Good foot. I got to get on the good foot. Going down to the crib, let all hang out. Where sober people know what it's about. Going down to the crib and let it all hang out. Where sober people knows what it's about. Where people give signs and shake their hands and dancing to the music of the James Brown band. To dancing on the good foot, I got to get on the good foot. I got to do it on the good foot. Do it with your good foot. Says the long hair hippies and the afro blacks, they all get together across the tracks and they party. Oh, on the good foot. You know the dance on the good foot. Dance on the good foot. Ain't nothing going on but the rent done. A whole lot of bills and my money spent. And that's on my bad foot. You know my face is getting short and I got the blues. I got a funky job and I'm paying the dues on the good foot. On the good foot. I got to get on the good foot. Hey, on the good foot. Get on the good foot. Grandmother! Hit it down. You got that. Get it. Get it. Shop it now. Come on, get it done.
It's the Ron and Fez show. Back live, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. I'm Ron, there's Fez.
Hiya, buddies. Happy New Year.
Looking up on TV, Fezzy, looks like everything's all laid out there. It's all happening right now. In Washington, D.C., they are laying out James Brown. which is an amazing thing, Fez.
No, that's not James Brown in Washington, D.C. That's Gerald Ford's body leaving the National Cathedral.
You know, as a matter of fact, I did have the opportunity with this whole Gerald Ford thing. I got up a chance to see him in Harlem. They laid him out in the Apollo Theater. I guess it was just 2 days after they hung Gerald Ford. And it was amazing to see everybody in the neighborhood coming out to be part of that. You know what? It was a funeral, but it was also happy.
You're getting all your deaths mixed up. That was James Brown laid out in Harlem. Saddam Hussein hung.
You're really talking to me like I'm retarded. That's your new thing in 2007? No! You got everything confused! If I do a puppet show for children, I expect them to yell that, Fez. I want you to get me. Let's do that in 2007.
All right, that's a deal. New Year's resolution.
I was only kidding about that, too. Earl, you're all busted up over this James Brown thing?
Absolutely crushed. Almost to the point of being... I was just like a mess on Christmas Day. That was the first thing I heard when I woke up Christmas morning was that he had passed away.
You started crying?
Oh, like a baby.
Now, did you go to Harlem to see him?
Tried to go. It was so jammed you could barely get out of the subway station. It was just from one end of 125th Street to the other, just wall to wall.
So why not try it? Why not be part? Did you go up there?
I was up there, and I got so like claustrophobic and paranoid.
Too black for you? I was going to go. I
Yeah.
swear. I said, I'm going to go up to the Apollo, see James Brown laid out. Then I thought, wait a minute, I don't want to be punched and kicked. I want to keep my new Christmas things.
It was just this weird but really cool vibe. But it was just I've never seen that many people on 125th Street ever. It was so jam packed.
Brett, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
James Brown, I believe he's overrated.
Overrated compared to what? What are you saying?
Well, I mean, I understand he was well-beloved. I understand he was a bit of an innovator. And I don't care about it, people making a fuss about his death. But, I mean, as an artist, I just don't think he was all of that.
But what are you basing this on? Just your own personal thing or his place in history?
Kind of.
I mean, everybody could say, there's people going around going, oh, Hendrix isn't a guitar player. That doesn't matter.
Well,
What are you basing your ideas on here, Brett?
Well, I would say on the music. I would say what is so fascinating about the endless repetition of a few themes over and over and over again, and the guy going, wow!
Well, it's call and response, and there is a lot more to popular music than musicianship, or else we'd all be sitting around listening to Beethoven and Bach instead of the Beatles. I think for me, Earl, the interesting thing is that James Brown was a crossover artist who really didn't attempt to. It's like white people came to him rather than him thinking, how can I white this act up a little bit?
Yeah, he went in the total opposite direction. When he became more popular on a mainstream level, he went the other direction with songs like Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, and The Big Payback. And
Where do you put him, Earl?
Greatest ever.
Greatest what ever?
Greatest entertainer ever. Greatest...
What?
I would venture to say the greatest ever. Beats Elvis, beats the Beatles, greatest ever.
Now, you didn't have this opinion 2 weeks ago. This is something that's happened to you since the death. And, that's the weird thing about people dying. Gerald Ford, suddenly now you're going to act like he was beloved by all these people. Gerald Ford couldn't have opened a Walmart for the last 15, 20 years. There was no heat to him whatsoever. Now, he was a man who was with us when we needed him most. When the country was in trouble, there was Gerald Ford. Suddenly now we all love Gerald Ford.
He was so needed that he only got 29 months in office. That's how needed he was. He didn't get reelected.
Well, you don't have to, you don't have to be overly popular to have that historical thing. But why weren't any of these people saying any of this stuff before? Most of the things that they're saying now, it could have been said to the man's face. You didn't have to wait till he died. And Earl, that's how I feel about you right now. Where is this coming greatest ever? You never had this gimmick before.
After he passed away, I went back and I listened to a lot of his music and a lot of, just did a lot of reading up on it. And the guy was the greatest ever. Who was a better showman? The guy influenced Michael Jackson. He influenced Prince. He influenced Miles Davis. The guy has to be the greatest ever.
Yeah, but other people influenced those people as well.
But not to the point where you completely change your style. You completely turn your whole musical thought process inside out. Like Miles Davis, he was playing standards. He was playing, he's playing bebop. He hears James Brown. He completely flips his sound around pretty much until the day he died.
Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Happy New Year, gentlemen. Earl, I really have to disagree with you about James Brown being the best. I think you absolutely have the right to rank James Brown in maybe the top 10, because James Brown was a tremendous influence on music. But to say he was the best when you look back at a tremendously talented 3 or 4 decades, I'm 60, Bal, and I don't think we can go quite that far.
All right, who are you going to rank over James Brown right now, Brian, if you had to?
Jesus. I didn't mean Jesus Christ.
No, that's cheating.
He's definitely up there.
And let me tell you something else. People were not that into Jesus until after he died either. Before he died, he could not draw flies. After he died, people were crazy about him. You're better off dying right now if you really want people to come to you. This came up on one of the message boards somewhere, Brian, and I'll ask you. If we had a Mount Rushmore of popular music, American music, James Brown on the mountain.
Oh, I absolutely think so. Yes, sir.
Above, let's say, Stevie Wonder.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would rank James Brown higher than Stevie Wonder. I would rank him, say, one notch below. I thought Harry Belafonte was a huge influence to music back in his day.
Well, that whole Coconut song, whatever he was into.
I always like that.
Yeah, what's not to like about it? All right, here is Scott. Scott, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just want to say that I think James Brown was the hardest working man in show business.
That is true, although self-titled. And that's what bugs me. Other people should call you the hardest working man in show business. You don't go around titling yourself that.
The guy had a ton of nicknames, and none of them were wrong. It was like Mr. Dynamite, Soul Brother Number 1, The Godfather of Soul.
But where was he for, let's say, the past 30 years? The fact is, people showed up at his funeral, but I don't think he would have drawn at the Apollo like that if he would have shown up 2 weeks ago.
He was always beloved at the Apollo. I mean, look at the turnout that the funeral had. I mean, that was a king send-off. I mean,
I understand the funeral did it for people, but the funeral brought a lot of things back. But has he been relevant since, let's say, 1972? When's the last time, if you bring up living in America, I'm walking out. I'm seriously walking out.
The Rocky Four.
Bringing up Rocky songs. Mark, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I got one, Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra.
I mean, James Brown was good, but Sinatra's just, I think trumps him.
But was Sinatra like this electrifying entertainer? Was he an amazing arranger? Was he an amazing songwriter? Did he have this amazing socio-political impact?
Yes, he did, as a matter of fact. I mean, he helped get Kennedy elected and then turned around and helped get Reagan elected. Something happened to him in those 14 years that nobody can figure out. Joe, you're on Fez.
The caller that said that Stevie Wonder isn't better than James Brown is nuts. I just downloaded Intervisions yesterday. Listen to it again. It still holds up today. People would go to see James Brown for the Fabulous Flames. God bless him. He was a great performer, but Stevie Wonder rules over James Brown.
Let me guarantee you something. If Stevie Wonder would have died on Christmas Day, Earl would be in here now saying, greatest ever, Stevie Wonder. You're caught up in the death hype. Mark, you're on Fez.
Best running back for the Cleveland Browns ever.
James Brown. The great Jim Brown. Who now, for some reason, is on that CBS pregame show. Scott, you're on Fez.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I saw James Brown 2 years ago at B.B. King's, and he put on a 2.5-hour show. It was incredible.
What B.B. King's?
I won New York City.
First of all, A, I'm pissed that I missed that. B, the fact that he's playing B.B. King's instead of stadiums, Earl, it's got to tell you something.
Well, you always like the intimate venues, and again...
No one likes less people. You do that because you have to. Xavier, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello, boys.
That's the other guys. How are you?
Earl, you sound like the end of every biography movie ever made, man. From 1960 to 1980.
Well, you know what's really funny?
Bobby Darin.
It's very true. I can tell when Earl's been watching these shows, and I know when Fez has been watching ESPN, because suddenly he starts to talk like those guys. Why don't you just be yourself for 2 seconds, Earl, rather than bring this act in?
No, I'm telling the absolute truth. I think he is
bigger than Dylan.
Bigger than Dylan.
You're out of your drunk mind.
I'm not drinking, but I mean, I adore Dylan, but James Brown, as far as the total package, the greatest ever. Ever.
Earl Douglas is behind the music. Actually, he's in front of the music.
Rob, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What's up, boys? Happy New Year to you. Earl, I got to disagree with you, man. Not only is he not belong on the pop music Mount Rushmore, he's probably not the most influential black singer. There's Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke changed the entire industry.
The change is going to come, Earl, and it didn't come from James Brown.
Well, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was relevant till the day he died.
Can I bring up Jackie Wilson, anyone? Does anybody have a fucking problem with that? Earl, I'm not even sure if James Brown would make the Mount Rushmore black performers.
Wow.
Seriously, would you put him in front of Michael Jackson, Prince, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder? There's 4 right there.
Don't forget Chuck Berry. Chuck
Berry, yeah.
Much more of a bigger influence on pop culture than James Brown could ever hope to be.
I like the fact that not only now, Dave, it's not that you don't agree with her, you actually starting to hate James Brown as the show's going along.
I just don't think the man was God. I think he was a good singer.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mon, how you doing?
Yeah.
My Mount Rushmore, I put Brown, Sinatra, Elvis, and Wonder.
I think you still got to have Dylan up there somewhere. I don't think that you could talk about the last 50 years of American music without Dylan being up there. Here's Matt. Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Earl. James Brown, king of all media.
See, that's where you're going right now, Earl. And he did the same thing of making up his own nickname. James Brown pulled that off. By the way, I would call him maybe the longest announcement in the history of popular music. It took forever for that thing to be over.
Yeah, the build-ups were great. It's like, are you ready for showtime? Yes. Mr. Please, please, please. The whole build, and it would go for 5 minutes. And
yeah, but that's just his song, Mr. Please, Please, Please.
No, but I mean, the show was a show. You got dancers, you got great musicianship, and then he comes out and then slays for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm not all impressed with the dancers and musicianship. Maybe if I was in the front row at the time. And I'm not taking anything away from the guy. I thought he was fantastic. But now you're throwing up best of all time. Let's talk to a musician.
Hi, first time, long time. Welcome to 2007, guys.
First of all, it's not your first time, Paranoid. You've called many times.
In 2007, though.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're right.
Get it? He needed a squeegee. He was the sweatiest man in show business. He was a wife beater. He was a junkie. He eluded police. And frankly, the music was great, but I think he ruined some of those songs.
I'm going to tell you the truth. It sounds like you'd be reading my bio now by the time you get to the end of that. Paranoid, so you're saying you weren't even impressed with him?
No, I mean, I think he was overrated. I definitely think he was overrated, but I don't know his whole story. Maybe there's some things I don't know. But, the music was just fantastic. I just never dug his voice.
All right, thank you very much, Perry. What do you say to that, Earl? It's not like he could sing a lot of different music. He can only sing that one style.
Well, no, that's not true at all. I mean, during the live shows, he would sing standards. He tried to cross over so many times. There's the fucking term. Earl tried.
He finally did Christmas Eve.
But Perry's right. I've never heard James Brown hold a note for more than 0.5 seconds. It's always, ha, hoo, here, yeah. And he sounds like he's doing karate.
Now you're bringing up a rawhide thing. Jamie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. If you're talking about the Mount Rushmore of American music, wouldn't you have to put Johnny Cash right next to Dylan?
Seems like you got to have Johnny Cash up there, Earl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not denying all of those other rules, but they have to stand a foot below the Godfather of Soul.
You're all caught up. You're fucking caught up, Earl. You watched the Apollo thing on TV. It got you excited. It made you feel black for 5 seconds. You almost got in the subway and went up there. You got afraid and came back. Oh, like a claustrophobic. I'll put a lie detector on you and say you never went to 125th Street.
No, I'll strap me in. I'm ready to go.
You tried to get out of a train on 125th Street, panicked, and come back to Whitetown.
No, it was just, I don't know. It's this thing with me and crowds now. I start to freak out with big crowds now, which is very new to me. But I made every attempt to go up there and pay my last respects.
You'll be comfortable at your own funeral, Earl. No crowds.
Yeah, he'll be alone there. I'll have to get on a goddamn phone, call a temp agency, get 6 fucking wetbacks to carry you. Because you don't have 6 friends, damn it.
It would be like Catherine McPhee. I have to hire people to come to my funeral.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
I just want to put this out there, and I think Earl will probably be with me on this. Gerald Ford, greatest president ever.
Earl cried for James Brown, he cried for Gerald Ford, and then finally he cried for Saddam Hussein.
No better dictator.
I can't even name like any significant policy that Ford put into place that was like really ground sweeping.
He pardoned fucking Nixon, which was gigantic.
No, I mean outside of that.
And then he was on the Warren Commission, the last living person to cover up the murder of JFK. This guy was Forrest Gump.
He was on. I didn't know he was on the Warren Commission.
You know why? Because you're too busy sobbing watching fucking BET about James Brown. Well, flip on CNN every once in a while. He hid the fucking second gun. Gerald Ford put the second fucking gun in his boot and walked off the grassy knoll.
You see, you learn something new every day. I mean, I knew he played football, but
then he shows up in the Michigan game last night, where they fucking laid down for him. By the way, Earl, there's another goddamn thing you were wrong about. I had to sit in here for a month and hear, Michigan, it should be Michigan, second best team in the country easily. And they fucking laid down like mutts last night.
Yeah, they looked awful last night against USC. Absolutely brutal.
USC wins 32-18. That would have been a waste of a national championship game.
Oh, and Florida isn't going to be?
That's coming up, I guess, in a week.
But can you really say that, Fez, or do you just not care about the Rose Bowl if you're a Michigan player? Because I can't imagine caring when you know you're not going to finish first.
I think they care, especially like seniors wanting to win like their final game.
It's not the same thing as showing up for the championship game. I mean, I'm sure everybody would like to win every game. But you can't say that those guys got up for it the same way that they would have if they're playing the national championship. You're playing a game that doesn't matter. Every bowl game does not matter now except for one.
Yeah, you're basically playing for the 2 position.
Not even third, fourth, whatever you're going to be finishing. What are you going to be running off the field after a big win? We're number 8. And some of those games are not even ranked. You have unranked teams all over the place.
Yeah, teams like Florida State getting into a bowl game. It's just embarrassing.
USF was in a bowl game. I didn't even know they were actually, they had a big league fucking schedule.
I heard a stat that there are over 120 Division 1A schools, and 60 of them are going to participate in bowl games. So half of teams get bowl games. That's way too many bowls.
You think? You know how many bowl games I think you need now? 1. Until you sit down and say, it's time to figure out a national championship. And by the way, Boise State gives you fine reason for that.
Oh, yeah, Boise State ends up undefeated for this season. They won the Fiesta Bowl last night, knocking off Oklahoma.
They beat Oklahoma. Who knows? Maybe they could have put together a couple of decent games. College football, I cannot believe how bad that sport stinks. I cannot believe that every game comes down to run down the field, I'll throw it high, you out jump, and we win.
It's an absolute mess, that Rose Bowl last night. Just the missed passes. It looked like people were just throwing things everywhere. And souvenirs into the stands.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I've seen James Brown play, and I've seen Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton much more entertaining than James Brown.
I was at a Wayne Newton show one time in Vegas, and I luckily they don't pass out guns, or I would have shot myself. At one point, Wayne Newton tried to play every instrument known to man. And you would think that would be somewhat exciting. It was maybe the dullest moment of my life. The only thing I like is he asked for anybody who was a vet to stand up, and I stood up and waved to everybody. And he saluted me with a cocktail. Thank you, my friend, for all you did. Because nobody else was standing. I do not want him to be alone with no troops.
Well, he's been doing that gimmick, I'm sure, since World War II. So most of those vets he was originally saluting have gone now.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, I know you like to bet, buddy, and I just want to tell you a piece of advice somebody gave me a long time ago. Always bet against the team that doesn't want to be in the bowl game.
I figure out of these 60 teams that are going, 58 of them it does not matter to. Why would it matter to you? Why would it be something that you would care about when you could go out drinking and chase some pussy the night before?
Well, for the players, they are getting one last trip. They get a nice road trip with their teammates and everything.
Yes, but what does that have to do with playing a game? I understand that taking a trip in an airplane and staying at a hotel is exciting when you're in your early 20s, but it's not the same thing as getting up and playing a game.
And what if, God forbid, but what if Florida beats Ohio State? Then
Florida's number one.
But it would almost seem like USC was the best team. Because
you got to get to the championship game to be number one. I think we can at least agree to that, right?
I guess so.
It's not a matter of guessing. USC would have had to beat UCLA to get to that game. They fucked up. I can't sit around feeling sorry for them now. But I would not vote for anybody who didn't make it to the championship game.
With Michigan, you got to think in their minds if they think if they had beaten USC, then they could have had at least a legitimate gripe to say they should have been in the national title game.
Who wants a legitimate gripe? Who wants to sit around 25 years from now going, we should have legitimately been in. That means nothing. That is not the same thing as playing for the fucking title game. I'm sure Jerry Cooney thinks he has a fucking legitimate gripe. Nobody wants to hear it. Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Yeah.
I was just wondering if Black Earl give us the runaround when Ray Charles and Luther Vandross died.
He was sobbing like a fucking baby that day, too.
Yeah, I was pretty broke.
You're losing a lot of black legends lately, Earl.
Yeah, Ruth Brown passed away late last year. Ray Charles passed away a couple of years ago. James Brown. They're going very quickly.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for that now anyway, Pitsy. I meant when I signaled you. Yeah, tell him when I signal.
And Ray Charles, there's another one, Earl. That would probably be on the Mount Rushmore before James Brown.
Here's JoJo. JoJo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, I think that next Saturday you still have the International Bowl starring Southern Miss and Ohio, and then next Sunday the GMAC Bowl starring Ohio State, Southern Miss and Ohio. So what are they doing throwing those two crap bowls in there at the very end of the season?
The odd thing is no one seems to care. And what kills me a lot of times with these games, they think if it's a close score, it's a good game. But it's far from it. It's just an embarrassing amount of dog shit out there.
I've never even heard of these. Are they making up bowls now?
Yeah.
Are they going along?
When fucking Tostitos shows up in the name of a bowl, it's nothing to really brag about anyway.
That Chick-fil-A bowl had me starving yesterday.
Just a bowl of Chick-fil-A, all you've ever really wanted. Jay, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Dave, you are a fucking idiot. USC looking like the best team in the nation. Oregon State and UCLA beat those hacks. You're fucking stupid. Sorry to be so rude, but you're fucking dumb.
They dropped the ball with
USC's the best team in the nation. Come on.
Okay, well, they dropped the ball with UCLA, but remember, Ohio State just barely beat Michigan, and USC mopped the floor with them.
But at some point, you have to come down and have a championship game. If you don't want to set it up where you're going to have a legitimate championship, because let's face it, up to this point, nobody's a legitimate champion. Up to now, no one in the history of college football can really say they're the undefeated, undisputed fucking champion. You haven't won the tournament.
They must have come up with a bowl system to keep from having the tournament in the first place.
I think that they came up with the bowl system when no one cared who was number one. They came up with the Rose Bowl, what was that, like 100 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody was really caring 100 years ago who was number one or not. I think most of that started much later after the bowl system was already set up.
Wasn't the Rose Bowl like kind of a tie-in to like the Tournament of Roses? It was like
the whole parade, and it was just like a
townie type
fun thing. It was like, what schools do now, high schools do with Thanksgiving Day game. It was just something for fun.
You know, that Rose Bowl parade, the Grand Marshal was George Lucas, and so it had a Star Wars theme to it.
Mm-hmm.
He had 200 marching stormtroopers. Aren't the stormtroopers supposed to be like a futuristic Nazi regime? Where it's basically, we had Nazis marching in the Rose Bowl parade. Why would you have stormtroopers marching? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense to have a school band either when you think about it. What's dumber than that? This is our school band. Oh, any guitars in it? No. Really old instruments that people don't care about anymore. There's tubas. Big Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, good morning.
Yeah.
I tell you, that guy that just called and just gave Dave shit about USC being terrible, not the number one team, I kind of agree with it once. And they're not the best team in the country this year, that's for sure. They really laid an egg when they played UCLA and when they played Oregon State. Therefore, they have no right to claim a national championship. But that was an aberration. This team is much better than they played. Yesterday, they played very well. And I have to agree with Dave in one sense. They looked very good yesterday. And Michigan looked completely unprepared. Lloyd Carr pretty much shit the bed.
I don't think they cared. I think it was just impossible for that team to get up to play for third or fourth place. I don't see, and I don't blame them. I'd rather the kids do what Fez says. You go on a trip with your buddies, you're in L.A., you're better off going to see the Pussycat Dolls and doing shots than you are worried about some fucking game. Hey, Jack. Jack, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I want to talk about Ohio State. Is it a real deal, or are we looking at an upset Monday night? I'm hoping they kick the shit out of these guys. I hope they're the real deal, the Buckeyes.
Yeah, first of all, I don't even think Florida, the Gators, are the real deal. I don't think they're playing anybody who's the real deal.
Florida has played crappy all season long. Now, after spending a week in Florida on vacation, I'm kind of caught up in the hype and think the Gators might have a chance next Monday.
Maybe you like to throw some around some of that Fez money. I know your grandmother probably gave you some cash over Christmas. Maybe you like to throw some of that up.
Couple bucks.
Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, you got to have playoff. How can you not have playoff Division I football? The Boise State game last night, best college football game I've seen all year.
Well, first of all, in that nothing game last night, the Rose Bowl, each school got $17 million.
Really? That much?
Yeah. Which I don't even think it goes to the school. I think they go and give it to the league. So what happens is you put enough of these teams in there. That's why there's so many more bowls, so everybody from the league can throw something into the kitty. But it's just about this fucking money-making scheme that goes on where everybody's getting it but the players. You're going out there and playing an extra game at the end of the year. You don't get shit, but this league is coming up with $17 million.
That's why they have 30 bowls now. That's why you'll never see a tournament. There's too many bowls that are making money.
All you got to do is not watch. If you're a real sports fan and you want to see a tournament, you say, I'm not going to watch these fucking bowls. I'm not going to pull it off. Even though, by the way, I think we all do owe a little apology to Eastside Dave for his North Jersey school, Rutgers, actually going out and winning that bowl game and looking good doing it. So overall, Dave, they weren't, as you said they were going to be, the best team in the country, but they did not embarrass Jersey this year.
No, and I think overall you could make a state that RU is in the top five. Cause
no, you can't. Now you're fucking going too far.
I'm just saying
they're not a top five team. Where did they end up ranking, Fezzy, when they went in, like top 20 somewhere?
Yeah, they were still top 20.
Like an 18th or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine for them. But why do you got to... as I'm giving you a compliment, you got to fucking go and take it too far.
Well, thank you. Okay, well, I will say that Rutgers, they kicked Kansas State's ass and proud of Jersey.
Which is good for them. That's someplace they should be doing.
Yeah.
They should be playing the Kansas States of the world.
And they got a bright, bright future.
You know what? I remember when people used to say that about Northwestern. You know, it's very hard when you come up. A lot of times you're like, all right, we're ready to enter the big time, and then you fucking bob right back down again.
That was Utah last year, or the year before.
Yeah, there's always somebody like that. Sean, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys. The best team in the nation is the team that shows up their best at every game. If they have mistakes like USC did, where they lose 2 games to 2 unranked teams, then they aren't the best team in the nation.
Yeah, that is the way that we're doing it right now, obviously. But at the same time, if you were looking, if we did it the same way with pros, we would just turn around and give this trophy to San Diego right now. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I think you want to see a tournament at the end of the year to turn around and see who the best pro team is. Now, the problem is, who gives a shit about any of these wild cards? The fact that the New York Giants are in the playoff goes to show you how shitty the system is right now. It's just terrible.
Well, they're not the greatest team, but, they got to 8-8. They got to 500.
That's the embarrassing thing. They got to 8-8. When you're 8-8, people should be getting fired.
They got to 8-8 after being 6-2 too. They lost 6 out of 8 and still made the playoffs. That's a joke. Total joke.
Feel good about, and Tiki went, God damn it, I wanted to go out with a great game. I wanted my last game to be fantastic.
That would have been a hell of a send-off. But then just the fates allowed it where these bums make the playoffs. It's such a joke.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you excited about your Jets, or you feel like they can't last?
I am thrilled to death about the Jets. I thought they were an 8-8 team going into the year, but the fact that they're in the playoffs, they had a chance to knock out the Pats, this is the year.
Is there any wild card team out there that anybody thinks could go far?
I think the Chiefs have a shot. I think they're a wild card team that have a legitimate shot. They got in, they have fire, and they have some good coaching.
Nobody has mentioned the word Kansas City over this entire year. I have not heard that team fucking mentioned once until the last moment of the year, and the fuckers are in.
I got 2 words for Kansas City. Herm Edwards. He will find a way to blow this game. And again, this is another team that backed into the playoffs. They started out great, and they were pretty much like the AFC versions of the Giants. They just completely collapsed down the stretch and through a series of odd events get into the playoffs.
Really, the only team that's going into the playoffs strong is the Eagles. The Eagles, believe it or not, with the, and I don't want to call him a gay quarterback, but
Oh, go ahead.
I've never seen them with. They actually look pretty damn strong. And that can't be. How are you going to go, oh, the best thing that happened to us was losing Donovan McNabb. Finally. This is how shitty the game is. And the best team going into the end of the season isn't going to make it, and that's Tennessee. I would have loved to see Vince in it.
Yeah, when you see Kansas City getting a wild card spot instead of Tennessee, it does seem like wasted spot. Taking up space.
And the Eagles can do it. They can win the Super Bowl because the Giants did it when, remember, Hostetler replaced Phil Simms.
Wake up. You had some kind of a crazy dream where you said Philadelphia could win something big? That doesn't happen. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Are you out of your mind? With Herm Edwards as the coach, he's got a chance? Come on, Dave. There's no way in hell.
Herm Edwards will never be fucking forgiven by Winston.
Never.
You will never. First of all, they only like one coach over there in history. Weeb Eubank was the last coach they liked.
They got a great quarterback. Trent Green, I would say, is a pretty excellent quarterback.
It's like hearing the name Y.A. Tittle.
You got Larry Johnson. You got a good team in the Kansas City Chiefs.
Trent Green
going all the way.
Bet your hair on it.
No, I went home this week and my mom did start crying.
Yeah,
as was expected, and said you gotta stop with it. So I was thinking maybe next time a stupid bet occurs.
What did she say to you?
She goes, "Why don't you just get your chest shaved? You have so much hair on your chest. Why do they always have to ruin your beautiful, nice red curly hair? I love your hairdo with the curls."
So your mom makes out with you sometimes?
No, but she
sounds like she's coming on to you.
No, she isn't.
Johnny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, idea for new bowl sponsorship, the Fez Watley sponsored Gravy Bowl.
Would you go for that Gravy Bowl?
I do not want to sponsor a Gravy Bowl. Let's stop the Gravy Bowl talk in 07.
I was about to ask Dave, why is your mother staring at your chest hair, and why are you walking around with your shirt off anyway?
No, I because I have a lot. Sometimes I unbutton a couple, top buttons on my regular button-down shirt.
Just to turn her on?
And she sees it, and she says that's a lot of chest hair. Maybe you can get that waxed instead of the head hair.
Then she comes over and rubs herself on it?
No, none of that stuff happens.
Dave?
No, it doesn't.
Have you been abused? Are you the world's oldest abuse victim?
No, I don't think so.
The problem is he doesn't even realize it.
Here, let me go over here to James. James, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy? Go ahead, James.
Yeah, hey, Ronnie, I was going to take issue with you. I agree with you about 98%, but I do think that Boise State, for recruiting alone, that bowl game meant everything to them. So there's a team and a coaching staff and a university that really doesn't care that it's not the national championship game. They were on, primetime TV. The whole country saw them. In the middle
but don't you think that's a lot different scenario than a Michigan who really felt like they should have been in the championship game, didn't get it? There's no way for them to get up for some fucking, runner-up bowl. I don't see why they would care.
And how do you go undefeated and not win anything?
The big power teams, I agree with you, but the mid-conference teams, like the WAC teams or like Rutgers, let's say, when they get into a bowl game and they get that national TV, the program only stands to do better.
Saying Rutgers got national TV is that's a stretch. They're on the NFL Network, and then they let everybody have the NFL Network free that night, which, by the way, was totally exciting.
And the other part, look at a team like Marshall, which has a very good football program.
Is this because of We Are Marshall? Is that why you're bringing this up?
No, because a lot of great players have come out of that program. You never see them.
Matthew McConaughey fucking came out of there originally with his bad coat. But I heard that movie just tubed, huh?
Yeah, just nothing. Nothing at the box office.
I couldn't see that.
I don't think one person went to see it. I think it actually brought in $0.
Yeah, I had other films, important films to see.
Did you see any big films over the...
I saw The Good Shepherd and Night at the Museum. And
what about you, Fez?
I saw Night at the Museum.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with you fucking guys?
I saw Dreamgirls.
Uh-huh.
And I saw Charlotte's Web. Taking children with me.
So, we're not even trying anymore in fucking 2007. We're just finally coming out of the closet?
I had to take the baby with me.
How was Dreamgirls?
Dreamgirls I thought was great. And I am by no far a Jamie Foxx fan and enjoy Jamie Foxx in this movie. I really thought Dreamgirls was really, really good.
So we're out. 2007, we've given up on hiding anymore. It's just out there and you're comfortable with it. Earl, what about you?
I saw Children of Men with Clive Owen and was absolutely blown away. It was one of the best films of the year. It was
one of? You called me and said it was the best film.
Yes, definitely the best. I mean,
whatever just went through, everything the best of happened for him. He calls me up and he's going, fuck Scorsese, it's over, Children of Men. So I go and see it the next night.
I mean, as far as just the pure vision of the film and, great storyline, great acting, I love this movie.
I saw it, Earl. It's okay. It's good. But I don't know where you get this great storyline. Then the prick says this to me. Best use of classic rock in the history of film. I go in there. There was like 3 or 4 classic rock songs in the first 20 minutes. Then that ended.
He doesn't know anything about film. He would have said Coming Home or Mean Streets, for Christ's sakes.
Whatever he just saw that second, it was James Brown, it's Clive Owen. Whatever he just went through, greatest ever.
You didn't like the King Crimson drop in that film?
Yeah, it's a drop. It lasted seconds, Earl. Seconds. And Fez, you would not be able to watch it because of shaky cam. I was actually laughing to myself, going, Fez would already have fucking bailed out of this. There's shaky cam went on constantly. There was one scene that was just one camera that had the last, uncut scene, about 18 minutes, Earl?
Yeah, it was just one long, continuous shot.
One action scene of running one place to the other with just a shaky cam following them.
Why do they do that? It's lazy. It's not artistic. There's no artistic value to shaky cam. It's just to try to look cool or something. It just drives me insane why they have to make their whole audience motion sick.
No one else gets motion sick but you. Everyone else.
It.
I was in there literally without a single seat empty in the whole place, right? And nobody else got up and acted like, I can't watch this. Fezzy will run out of the theater and throw up. He threw up at Witches of Eastwick. Made him puke.
That Blair Witch Project, I had to puke 3 times during that movie.
Bob, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I saw a short flick over the weekend called The Hanging of Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, let me just say this to the family of Saddam Hussein. Our thoughts and prayers are with you now at this very difficult time.
I have not seen the actual hanging. I've seen the news footage.
It's on Drudge.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
You don't want to?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't felt the nerve to go look at it.
Really?
Seeing a guy get his neck snapped in a noose.
So you were pro-war, and yet you can't watch the hanging scene online.
No, I still can't see it.
You like atrocities that happen when you're not watching.
I guess so. I don't know.
I remember when this started, you wanted us to drop bombs on Iran, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and you used to use the term atrocities of war, and yet now you can't watch a simple hanging.
Yeah, now I know. I've gone completely the opposite. I saw the news footage that the networks were showing where they were putting the noose around his neck, but I haven't seen anything past that.
Boy, I needed to see it. I just needed to feel like cleansed, like he's finally off the planet Earth, and I wasn't scared by it at all. The more scary thing is the Arabic chanting that goes on in the background. I always hate that shit.
What were they chanting anyway?
They were chanting someone's name. I think it was one of the new Iraqi leaders' names. They were chanting that at him.
And someone's mad over this whole thing?
Yeah, now they're investigating because it was...
Who's they?
The new Iraqi government, the one that's in power now. They're investigating that the guards, the Shia guards that were taking him, were yelling, go to hell at him and everything. And they think the fact that this is out now and you can hear the chants on the videotape, that it's the reason for all these Sunni uprisings and Sunni riots. So they're blaming these guys for any unrest that's happened since.
Oh, so it's their fault.
Yes.
Because if they hadn't done this, everything would have all chilled out and been cool.
There'd be no insurgency.
In terms of, people chanting at me or people hanging me, it's the people hanging me that bother me more than the people that are jeering me. Those are the ones that bother. The weird thing about this is it seems so far away from 2007. It's like you're watching Rome, where they did the exact same thing when they defeated the Gauls. They brought the leader out and hung him in front of everybody while they cheered. Here we are in 2007, thousands of years after that, and basically lose a war and then be brought out and hung in front of everybody.
Yeah, the fact that they had the gallows there, it just looked like a scene out of a crazy movie. That noose was so big and thick.
You need to watch it.
Oh, I can't watch that.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that.
They said Bush called him and goes like this, sorry, I can't hang around and talk to you right now. I'll let you get back to your work. I don't want to string you along anymore. Oh, stop trying to sound like a supervillain. Let me go. Didn't Saddam yell out something like Free Palestine? Just to try to fucking annoy people a little bit on the way out?
Sure, yeah, I do believe that. Yeah, and then, of course, his standard God is great.
Earl, that was the greatest hanging of all time, in your opinion, since you saw it over your Christmas break?
No, it was not the greatest hanging.
Which was for you? Lizzie Borden?
I definitely put that up
don't
there.
Know what you're saying.
I have no idea.
No fucking idea whatsoever.
Here's what drives me nuts about the hanging part. Iraq is not able to do anything else under their own power except hang this guy. It's like the U.S. See, they're not ready to take over their government yet. They're not ready to take over the police or their own armies or anything. This is the one thing we find that they're completely able to do on their own.
Sure, Fez. You go ahead and believe that. You believe that we had nothing, as the paper said today, we were trying to stop the hanging.
Yeah, we were trying to delay it.
Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's happening?
What do you say, my friend?
Hey, dude, I remember how much fucking money we lost because of Boise State, because of that dumb Schwuggy Earl?
I got news for you. When they beat Mr. Perfect, I give them nothing but credit. That's the only blemish you had this year, Earl.
Damn Boise State, otherwise I would have been king of the world. Total king of the world.
You would have been. Instead of Faithy McBreeze. Here's Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, did you see in the paper the day after Saddam got hung in the Post it said King of Swing?
First of all, you say the paper as if everyone reads the Post. The Post is always crazy with that. No, I missed that one. King of Swing. Very, very witty.
They're very tactless. And
you think?
Yes.
The New York Post?
Well, that football player who got killed over the weekend, the big headline just said, blown away. Like, what the fuck was that for? What did he do to you? It makes no sense, even.
They're trying to sell papers. You don't understand. This thing with them in the Daily News is brutal. It's very, very difficult.
Razzle Dazzle. It's Board Gossip with Eastside Dave.
A little gossip, a little chat, a little idle talk.
Board Gossip time, starting off with RonFez.net. Bulldog Cakes was overheard saying, quote, "For the new year, I hope Foundry Music Jeff can finally figure out how to fix the board." Ouch! Seems like Jeff's heart and RonFez.net have something in common now. They're both broken.
Huh?
Broken. Jeff's heart, just like RonFez.net.
Why is his heart broken?
Because he was insulted by Bulldog Cakes.
Oh.
Now for a segment called It's All I Got. From FBA, where it seems the site has been down for quite some time. 1 minute for FBA to be down is far too long, but it's going on days now. This particular columnist is distressed at this development and begs FBA to pull itself together. Get the site back up, please. It's all I got.
This really may end up being the fucking last one.
Please, why?
It's not even making sense anymore.
It is making sense. FBA down.
Foundry Music Jeff doesn't fucking run the RonFez.net thing anymore, and you're a mod there and don't know why it's down.
I don't. No one will tell me. Well, the thing is, Mr. B, is I can't get into FBA to communicate with my fellow mods because it's down.
We still have phones. People still get email.
People won't give me that phone number.
And what's he gonna do? Yes, operator, give me the number for Punchy 187.
Flipping back to RonFez.net now, where one poster is hopping mad at not being invited to Irish Alky and Solera's New Year's Eve party. Derek Fishboy was overheard saying, "I'm staying home and doing jack shit for New Year's. Fuck them." End quote. I hope Derek Fishboy likes the view from the outside, because he's obviously not in the in crowd. And now for Who Could It Be? Who can it be now? Who can it be now? What Pal Talk girl was overheard saying at a recent New Year's Eve party that she was, quote, drunk and sick of red dotting people? I just hate being a moderator. I can't tell you who precisely this girl was, but I will say she's often happy and excellent at typing. I wonder, who could it be?
I think I know.
I can't reveal to you who that is.
Can we do this slower?
Yes, we can, absolutely.
I was being sarcastic, you fucking moron.
Staying with Pal Talk, looks like Kinky Katie, Beach Bunny, and Hey Mother Kisser like French words because the three of them apparently had a menage a trois on Sunday evening.
All right, now we're talking.
Ooh la la. But the real dirt, all three of these people are girls. Oh my, guess these beauties are a little cut up today because they sure like to scissor clap. Scissor clap when women...
I understand that part. I just don't know why we're giggling at it.
Okay, now for a segment called Turning Them Around.
Turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion.
Stomping over to Whackbag, where Earth 2 Murph writes, Merry Christmas, Eastside Dave. Hope you get that butt plug you always wanted. Looks like Earth 2 Murph has gotten the holiday cheer. Guess with Whackbag, I sure do seem to be turning them around.
Turn the beat around. Up to hit back.
Looks like they're starting to come around, Earth 2 Murph.
I hate it when the segment doesn't actually match the song title.
That's
the least of our problem.
Well, that's today's board gossip. Remember, we're always watching.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Happy 004 or 7, whatever we're on today. But, hey, Eastside Dave was on Pal Talk this weekend. And from the other room, Westside is yelling at him, and I quote, "I can't sleep when you're singing and yelling into that damn microphone. Please come to bed and turn it off."
Is that true, Dave?
Yes, that is true. That is true. And I don't. It was Friday night. I wanted to hang out with my Pal Talk buddies.
So you got yelled at in front of everybody?
Yes, I got scolded in front of the whole room. And it was humiliating. Dare I say demasculating.
Why wasn't that in board gossip?
Well, I don't want to make it too much about me, Mr. B. It's about other places.
All right, I got a little gossip for you guys.
Okay.
True story about a friend of ours over the Christmas break. He's with his chick. And this is a fucking absolute true story. And not only that, a warning to all of us. He's with his chick. He gives her this nice Christmas present. I think she went out of her way and brought somebody else home, made it all nice, right?
Right.
So they're all in bed together, having the time of their lives. He's on the bottom. She's on the top, working them, enjoying. Comes down hard, misses. I guess his fucking hard cock catches the taint, and his dick broke.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, that is the worst ever.
His dick breaks, snaps in the middle of this. Incredible pain. And his dick turns as black as Earl. His dick just is completely as black as Earl. So they got to take him off to the hospital. And he's going to have an operation done.
Oh, my gosh. You wouldn't even think that
His dick broke, Fezzy!
Quit saying it!
His hard dick snapped.
Chills.
Now,
I can't think of the pain.
I'm telling you the truth. This happened to another friend of mine, a guy I used to own a nightclub with. Fucking one of our fat-ass waitresses who could never fucking settle down when she was on top. Catches the taint, snapped his dick, broke it. The guy's fucking dick now when it gets hard, I kid you not, looks like a boomerang. If he wants to fuck somebody, he's got to go around the fucking corner.
Oh, my God.
That's just insane. That thing can break like an actual femur or something. Like a bone.
Yeah, I went and found out about this after people have done it jacking off. A lot of you pillow fuckers out there, you better be careful. You be careful banging a fucking pillow.
Well, I think I sprained it one time banging a pillow, but I never broke it. Never come close to a break.
You fucked the pillow?
Yes.
Missionary position?
Of course, who hasn't? But just a sprain. Oh, my God.
He broke his dick. It snapped in half and turned black on him.
I am so queasy from this.
Earl, why does this bother you?
That's like the man's biggest nightmare.
You got a black dick to begin with. You're the one that's fucking lucky.
Swear to God, I'm gagging.
All right, I got our friend lined up. Hey, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, it's me, Broken Cock Man.
Mikey D.
Oh, Mikey!
Broke his dick.
Okay.
Happy New
And that
Year.
sick, twisted wife of yours, who's out of her mind, Mikey.
Out of her mind.
Mikey, are you all right?
His dick broke, Fezzy. His dick broke.
Oh, I can't hear it.
It still hurts like a fuck. It's unbelievable.
Am I right? Was she on top, right?
No.
You were on...
It was from behind.
Oh.
Okay?
And she's slamming?
This is how it happened. I got her a nice ring for Christmas. She was so happy. She brings over a couple of friends the day after Christmas.
2 guys?
No, 2 girls.
Oh, shocking. It's new for you.
Sorry, maybe you can exchange that.
So in any event, we're going at it 45 minutes or so. We're having fun. I'm going from one to the other.
So right now you're in your fucking glory, time of your life.
It's like, fuck, what a Christmas present. This is the best. Going from one to the other, I'm going to now go from behind to get my chick. All of a sudden I hear, pop! Oh. And I go, uh-oh, this is not good. I run to the fucking kitchen. The base of my cock has now exploded to be 3 times its size. And as the night is going on, everyone's screaming, going, oh, my God, it turns black. By the next morning, it's as dark and as big as an eggplant.
Oh, my God.
So it just keeps swelling up.
With dead blood.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem. It's filled with dead blood.
Oh. Dead blood. And now, to make it more graphic than it is, I guess, halfway, there's a middle part of your schlong, the middle part of the dick, that is a little bit softer, like close to the head. That filled up with so much blood, it looked like 2 big blueberries were on me. And I'm calling my doctor, and I say to the doctor, listen, I was having sex last night, and this guy's an old Italian guy. He goes, very good, very nice. I go, wait a minute, I think I broke it. He goes, oh, my goodness, are you circumcised? I go, what does that have to do with anything, man? What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Right.
He goes, do you need anything for the pain? I go, I need to do something about the fact that my cock is broken. Now, thank God it didn't bend like your friend. It's broken at the base.
Oh.
So he says, why don't you come in? I go, what are you going to do if I come in? What are you going to do? I'm going to send you to a urologist. I go, consider me coming in now on the phone. Send me to the urologist.
Right.
I go to the urologist, and my head is slinking because I know they know. They just got the facts from my doctor. Everyone's looking at me as I walk
Why
in.
would you care? I would not fucking care about anything.
I didn't want to go to the emergency room because my chick is going, let's go to the emergency room. I go, what? I'm going to go in there. They go, what's the problem? I've got a broken cock. Meanwhile...
Fezzy, his dick broke.
Oh, please, stop.
Snapped. Filled with dead blood.
Oh.
So in any case, he's saying that it's ripped at the base and that we're going to have to wait to see if we're going to be operated on. And it looks like I could have been operated on that night, he said, but the benefits that day would not outweigh the fact if I was operated or not. We have to see what happens to it. So I am in extreme pain. This was last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday goes by. I can't sleep. The pain is just unbearable. Finally, Saturday...
How about when you piss?
That was the one thing I was worried about. No, when I piss, I'm good. It's okay.
That's fine.
But the weight of it, when you're walking around, the weight, because normally the gravity points down or whatever, the weight of the cock makes the break hurt just that much more.
So you got to lay down.
Oh, I got to lay down.
And it still has now stayed 3-4 times the normal size.
Yes. And here's the other thing. I never finished that night. So now I not only...
Oh.
I have the blue balls to begin with.
Right.
And after I saw the urologist, I'm saying, okay, he says, it's not that bad because sometimes the blood spreads to your thighs, to your ass, everywhere. He goes, we haven't spread that much with the blood. So that's a good thing. The next day, though, it spread. And now my balls are all filled with blood. So I have a different color genitalia.
You're to this moment, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, literally, you're ready to die. You don't care right now about life.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I know I have to go back to the urologist next Wednesday. I got to wait 2 weeks. And then they're going to decide whether or not surgery. to repair the tear. Because it really isn't, you don't really have a bone there. But let me tell you something. When I heard that pop.
And it was a pop, right?
It was a pop, Fezzy, man. It went like a firecracker. Now, it's happened before where you bends a little, but, that happens. But when I heard that pop, and I ran into the kitchen to look at it, I said, the first thing I said was, I broke it. I broke my fucking cock.
Your fucking chick is sinister. You better, I'm going to tell you guys, tell your women they better start in fucking respect. And not act like a fucking animal. Have fucking sex like a rape victim. You want to lay there and don't fucking move and just sob to yourself. That's what we really want anyway.
And the urologist is giving her the looks like, hey, wink, wink. Look what you did, baby. Like it's a big fucking joke.
Yeah, what's so funny? Your dick is broken.
Unbelievable,
Earl, his dick
man.
broke.
What's that?
Earl's fucking ready to throw up. You all right, Earl? What is it? Earl,
he's really gagging. It's coming out right now.
Bring him over here.
Why would Earl be so fucking crazed?
Because this is what keeps him away from the side. Put your arm underneath him. He's ready to faint again. Bring him in here and have him hold the mic. He's, honestly, Mikey, he's got to be carried in.
Oh, God.
And I wish I was fucking making this up, but this guy's weaker than fucking Fez. Stand up and hold the mic here, Earl. What bothers you about this?
All of it.
Yeah, stand up and hold the mic. What? This bothers your stomach?
Yeah, the blood, the snapping sound.
Here's the thing, Earl.
Oh, I lived it!
I want you to think of the pop of the dick. Now, when his dick broke, it started to fill up with dead blood.
Oh.
Stop.
Dead blood was inside of his dick and his balls. And the pain was unbelievable, Earl. And it could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could be happening right now. I mean, just picture that. All the dead blood stuffed in his balls, down to his ass, his thighs.
Well, I've got two other girls here laughing it up.
God, disgusting.
Earl, look up at yourself there in the mirror above you and just let yourself go like this. Just spin back and forth and think about the dead blood. That's all happening as we speak. And there was pus in there, too, Earl.
And Earl, you could see it getting blacker and blacker.
Dripping from his cockhead.
Not to mention the two big blood blisters that showed up in the center of it.
And I guess when it breaks, it gets caught up with your bowels, and there was shit dripping through his balls and his cock, Earl. He's staying on his feet, I'll give him that.
And you could just see the blood going into the balls.
Now, here's the thing, Mikey.
Yeah.
You've got to leave this woman. You cannot be with her.
She was crazed. And I should have had the lights on because like I said, I missed. That's what it was. She's going back and forth. I'm going crazy. I'm like a fucking animal. She's like an animal.
What'd you do, catch the taint?
Like I said, it's from behind. So I'm going from one to the other, then I go, okay.
What is it, Earl?
Bang!
Hold on, you're down on your knees? Earl, his dick broke.
Stop.
And pussy dick broke. With dead blood.
I'll never forget the sound of that pop.
Spinning.
The room is spinning. We need some video on Earl because he's about to go down again. You know what, Earl? Just relax. Relax. You're starting to... I wanted to explain to you. Put your headphones on. What happened? Put your headphones on. Mikey, explain what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going from one to the other. I go to try to mount my wife from behind. I miss. There's a pop.
He hears a pop, Earl.
Like a firecracker.
A pop that's a firecracker. And, Earl, his dick broke.
Oh, God.
And immediately started to fill up with dead blood. So he watched his dick turn black. His balls turn black.
As the night is going by, Earl, it's getting blacker and blacker.
Blacker and blacker. And
Like a nut, I go on the internet.
All right, hold on. He's gone. Is he passed out?
He's done. He's out.
All right, try to lift him up. Try to lift him up. Earl, look at me.
Give him Febreze.
Yeah, he's got some.
That's the worst you can do.
Give him a little bit of Febreze and let him catch his breath. Earl, you were out there for a second. Mikey's dick broke and started to fill up with dead blood. Now, Mikey, here's what I'm worried about. Maybe when this thing is over, you might not be able to fuck again.
Well, get this, Ron. Get this. Sunday. Well, no, I'm sorry. New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I said I got to do something because you get wood in the morning like a bladder,
right.
erection. And then after that, it feels like if somebody kicked me in the balls all night.
Right.
And I can't take that.
Lift Earl up. Earl? Mikey D's got something to tell you. Explain it to him. Mikey.
Earl, when you wake up in the morning, do you sometimes have an erection because you have to go to the bathroom?
Well, his is all filled with dead blood and pus, Earl.
Right. Mine goes into an erection filled with blood, and I have to go to the bathroom, and it feels like somebody kicked my balls all night.
It looks like he has sneezed, Earl, and snot is hanging off the end of his dick. Only it's bloody snot filled somehow with diarrhea. Look at me, Earl. Look at me as we're starting to spin. It's all really bad. Are you all right, Earl? Earl, are we spinning? Earl, is the room spinning?
Starting to turn.
Take a big, deep breath, Earl. Take a big, deep breath for breathing. Earl, his dick broke. Look at me. His dick just snapped and broke. Filled with dead blood, pus, and somehow shit got into it. I don't know how that could even happen from a break.
I can't even focus. I can't even...
Earl, hold on. Just relax. Earl, you all right?
It was like a pop.
Like it popped. Imagine your own dick breaking, Earl. Focus on that.
That's what got me sick in the first place.
Right.
It's not your own dick.
Well, when he thought, when he puked, right? He started puking, but somehow there was jizz and snot and shit in the puke.
The shit is what I don't understand.
It's all part of your insides. Earl, where are you going? Earl, spin it down. It's all spinning, buddy. It's all starting to slip out of control.
The urologist bent me over to look at my ass to make sure there wasn't blood coming out of my ass.
There must have been something there dripping out, Earl.
And the balls are, you've heard of blue balls? I've got black balls from bad blood.
All engorged with dead blood.
Earl, the Febreze should help you.
Spraying them back of my head. I need water really badly.
You need water, or is the room spinning?
It's both.
I just feel everything getting smaller and smaller. Concentrate right now, Earl, on not being able to focus, not being able to know where you are. That's the thing.
I'm trying to make. I can't even make
Look
eye
up
contact.
at the mirror in the ceiling. That helps you, and spin. Take his head and put him up towards the mirror so he can see himself spinning. And turn him as he does it. And think about, that's going to help you, Earl. Think about your dick breaking.
It's just so hot in here.
It's like a bad dance.
He's just shaking his fucking head back and forth. All right, hold on. A couple people want to talk to you, Mikey.
Okay.
And by the way, you've left her? You're in a hotel now?
No.
Away from this fucking Strega, this witch of yours who no longer cares?
No, she's still around. Where am I going to go with a broken cock?
That's true.
Who would have you?
Earl. His dick broke, Earl. Imagine that. Filled with dead blood, snot, piss. There he goes.
Pitsy, you took your hands off of him.
Earl, it's all happening. It's all going down.
With blood sacks by the tip that is as big as...
Oh, Fez is starting to puke. Earl, Fez is puking. He's out. How can he be out on his pins? He's out. Earl, where are you going? There he goes. There's Febreze. Earl, you okay? What is it? What's bothering you?
Earl, socks that look like berries, blueberries on the tip of my cock.
I don't even understand.
It's
blueberry season.
There he goes. Oh, jeez. Earl, Fez is sick, too. You okay, Earl? Earl, you okay?
Trouble breathing.
Trouble breathing? Don't let it get to you.
The pop was unbelievable.
All right, hold on. Some people want to talk to you, Mikey. This happened to before. Gio, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, Mikey, I can understand the same exact thing happened to me, but when you go pee, Mikey, are they coming out like little like BB size like blood clots? Because that was what I used to get. Like that's what I got.
No. I didn't break a blood vessel. Thank God. I'm able to pee.
I did, and they were just coming out like I'd have to push so hard, and then they come out like little like blood.
BBs of blood?
Yeah.
Earl, would you imagine that? You try to piss and it's just BBs of blood?
It was disgusting. It hurt so bad because they were just like, I couldn't get them out. And then I push and push and push, and then they just come out like rapid fire blood clots.
Earl, look over. This is what happened to Mikey's dick. Earl, hold on. Put that in his hand. Hold on to it, Earl.
Look at it.
It's the broken dick, Earl. Look.
But it took me 3 months to get it better again.
Oh, God.
3 months.
And Fezzy, no more blood clots. It's good. No more blood clots.
JC, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, this happened to me about 22, 23 years ago. And I was fucking my girl. It freaked the shit out of me because she was a freak, man. She let her always fuck her all the time.
What the fuck are you talking about? How did you get through? Here's Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Hey, Earl, I know how they fix this. What they do is stick a huge hypodermic needle in the tip of your dick and pull out this chunky, brown, gross fluid. It's pretty fucking nasty.
Ew.
Would you want that, Earl? Would you want to get, like, some tube into your dick hole and then another needle going up through your dick?
And the ligaments clumped up. They clumped up at by the ball. That it's like a big cyst.
Would that bother you, Earl? A big cyst on your balls? Earl, how come you're not answering?
I have trouble breathing.
What's bothering you?
Earl, how do you think I felt when I heard that pop? Snap a pencil. That's how it sounded.
Ooh, that was it. That was the pop, Earl. The pop of a broken dick. Where are you going, Earl?
Technical knockout. That's the third time.
TKO? Yeah, he puts his head down. One time he actually went out, but there he goes.
There we go.
Go on the floor, Earl, where you feel better. Lay on the floor like a beaten fucking dog.
This nice clean floor.
Yeah.
Just when you look at an eggplant, that's how my cock looked like.
I'm looking at an eggplant. He fucking passed out. Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Through this summer, it's 4th of July, me and my buddy were outside, blowing off firecrackers.
Sure. Because you're
bottle rockets, the whistlers, the plastic ones.
Uh-huh.
Well, we were sitting outside, drinking some beer, and I let one off, and it was like a dud or something like that. It hit the ground. Well, when it hit the ground, it bounced back up and went into shorts. And he wasn't wearing any underwear, I guess, because it got lodged between his ball sack and his thigh.
Uh-huh.
And it blew up.
Blew up his balls?
It went in between his ball sack and his thigh, and it got caught in there, and it blew up. Well, what it did, because of the percussion of the firecracker, it blew his nut up. From what the doctor says, it exploded his nut because of the percussion from the firecracker.
You see that, Earl? Earl, you okay? What's bothering you?
Having a lot of trouble breathing.
some instances it's bent, man. It's all the way bent.
Yeah, get some water on the back of his neck and his head. How's that feel, Earl? Better?
Is that water? Dead blood.
All right, Radio Shark wants to talk to you. Shark.
Earl, it might have sounded like this.
Oh, my God. Oh, harder. Oh, my.
Radio Shark production.
That doesn't even make any sense. Radio Shark, stop being good. What's wrong, Fez?
It all kind of got to me.
Earl, does that make you feel better?
No, not at all.
Drink it, Earl, as much as you can. God, you're puking for real? You're an animal.
He's puking. I'm the one with the broken cock.
That is true.
You can puke, too.
So, did you ever get rid of the blue balls?
Okay, New Year's Eve, I said to my chick, that's it. I don't care how much fucking pain I'm in. I got to get rid of this semen that's built up behind there because that's even hurting more. So, she orally pleasured me. And
she sucked your blood, fucking dead cock.
Blood and all.
Oh.
She said it felt different, like it was a new cock, like a different cock. But thank goodness that came out. So now my balls feel a little better, but it's still all black.
I'm telling you right now, you should have YouTubed her going down on you, because anybody would want to see someone sucking on a fucking dead cock. I mean, it was like going down on a corpse.
It was hard, but it looked like dead, yes.
How long did it take you to get off?
It didn't take that long because I can't go days without doing this something.
Right, sure.
And remember when it broke, when I heard that pop, that was in the time that
right, that was the build-up, and you're showing off in front of these new girls, so you're trying not to get off too quick.
Yeah, right. I think I'm a fucking big shot. I'm going, hey, one from the other, hey, how's that? And the pop, and I'm stuck with semen in me, then it's dripping.
There you wait. Earl, where you going, bro? Tracy, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, Mike, did the doctor mention if it was that tendon at the base that you ripped? I had my girl in the shower, and I lost control, and when she dropped, that tendon ripped. Everything that happened to you sounds like what happened to me.
Yeah,
but it took about a month for it to get better, and they said they could repair it, but if you don't repair it, it'll still get hard and everything, but it hangs more straight out, looks bigger. So don't repair it if that's what it was, that tendon.
Blessing in disguise.
It's the tendon.
Yeah, but you don't want to fuck around with that, Fez. You do not want to have some fucking California-shaped dick. That is not for you. Oh, Mikey. I don't even think I can be friends with you anymore. It's too disgusting. And I know I can't be friends with your wife going down on a fucking sick dead cock.
She had to do what she had to do.
Drink dead blood?
She's disgusting. Fucking slaves wouldn't do that.
I had to be relieved.
Oh, all right. Maybe she's just saying, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I'm just too disgusted by her. Here's Jimmy. Jimmy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey D has now turned into a half a Hulk cock.
Half a Hulk cock?
Half a Hulk cock is your new nickname.
Just one side, all droopy.
It's not green, it's purple.
Still?
Yes!
Fez, you ought to head on over there and relieve him.
And now the blood is going to the tip. So there's like a little, as if it's like black on the tip. The tip was spared. There was no blood on the tip per se, but as the days go by, the blood keeps on flowing down, and it goes, now I've got like a black and blue, dead blood on the tip.
How long before you can wear jeans again?
I've been wearing, I don't know. I've been wearing loose fitting.
I'd wear a fucking pillowcase with the fucking head cut out. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I'm walking around, and then if you sit down too hard, oh, the pain.
They give you any kind of painkillers?
I got Percocets.
That's a start. Earl, I'd be shooting them right into the end of my dick. Earl, I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to do that anyway. For a whole different reason.
I got the perks. It's like fucking candy. It's like I'm taking Pez.
I'm sure. And there's your wife fucking loving the dead cock.
And saying, oh, it feels different. It's like I'm fucking a black man.
Hasn't she hurt you enough?
You know, Happy New Year, break my fucking cock, and then say I'm a black guy.
Well, if anyone knows what it's like going down on a black guy, it's your wife.
Oh.
All right, Earl. Here's what I need you to do. Run down the steps. We're going to start counting. All right, let's get you up and moving. Run into place, big man. How you feeling?
What if we had 3 or 4 fainting spells through this?
I feel really just out of it right now.
Here, just stand up.
I mean, that's an effort right now.
I know. You can do it, big man. Just think of this. Now, stand up. Put your hands out to your side like this. Let's see if you can do it.
Just think of the popping sound, Earl.
See, that helps them faint. Hands are out, right? And that's touch the nose.
There you go.
Isn't that a drunk drill?
Yeah. You're doing it, Earl. You're back. Now look at yourself in the mirror, up top, and then, yeah, that's it. And then just start turning around. Spinning a little circle.
Some twirling.
Just play Ring Around the Rosie with him, would you, Pitsy? Come on, Earl, you're doing it. Ring around the Rosie. Come on, Earl. You're doing it. Yeah, there you go.
Ashes.
Where you going, Earl? Where you going, buddy?
Earl all falls down.
What happened, buddy? Not feeling so good?
And the throbbing. Just the throbbing alone.
I can't imagine the pain.
Oh, yeah.
The throbbing pain you've been through. Hey, Chad, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's going to be lucky to be able to keep his penis. You guys know that, right?
He could lose his penis?
Yes, there's a very good chance to lose it.
Mikey, did they tell you that? Oh, we lost him. I'm sure he's gone.
Yeah, there's a spongy tubes on both sides, and what it is when it gets engorged, it's so stiff that you can break it and fracture it, and it's a blood collection on both sides.
Why can't these fucking women realize they're not fucking around with a dildo here? This is a person's penis.
It's very fragile.
It is fucking fragile.
You got to watch out for it because it'll sneak up on you. You're having a good time, and then all of a sudden, there you go.
There's only one way to have sex with a woman, Fez.
How's that?
Well, I imagine you wouldn't know. But here's what you want to do. You need to protect your penis. You tie her down. You put a knife up to her fucking throat. Doesn't have to be sharp. It's more about the play acting. I go, if you move at all, I'm fucking slicing this.
You need to have rules before you start.
Yeah.
Informed that if you break it, I can sue you for this.
Right. Or whenever she comes, you make her yell out her dad's name. And that, I know it seems wrong. I know that seems sick. But sometimes it keeps her under control.
I'm back.
Mikey, sorry about that. This guy said he's a urologist. Said you could end up losing your cock.
My urologist didn't say that. I don't know about amputation.
Was yours in Queens?
Yes.
Do yourself a favor. Get in the fucking city. I'm not going to let some fucking half-Greek, God knows where he went to medical school, urologist fuck around with my black broken dick. I wouldn't do it, would you, Earl?
No.
Upper East Side, that fucker.
Yeah, maybe.
Get on the fucking subway. Come into the big town.
Get your broken dick to Park Avenue.
I don't think I can make it through the subway.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You icing her down?
Oh, I had to ice it down, and then I had to go in the hot shower and put hot water on it. Ice and heat, and it was just the first, like I said, the first few days, it just got worse and worse with the blood just gorging on there and getting bigger and bigger. The ice actually didn't help because that's what made the blueberries come by the tips.
You know what? You should probably talk with Dr. Steve.
Oh, maybe
I'm sure he
can
could
help.
understand what is all happening here.
You think he can help?
I don't know if anyone can help you right now.
Well, I don't know. Next week I'm going to go again. I'll try one more time this guy in Queens.
And you can't stay away from that wife of yours, all right?
She's crazy.
I got to use a bad word here. Hooah. And I'll just fucking leave it at that.
I guess I'll agree with you.
All right, here's a doctor who wants to talk to you.
Oh.
Dr. B, how are you?
Doing good.
Yeah. What do you think about Mikey D?
I think Mikey needs to see another urologist. There's no legitimate guy that wouldn't fix that thing right away. It's dangerous to let it go. The chance of infection and its risk of impotence is going to go way up the longer he waits. He needs to have it fixed now.
All right, did you hear that, Mikey?
I heard it, but to the urologist's defense, like I said, he checked my ass, he checked my thighs, he said it wasn't bleeding that. He wasn't bleeding that much.
Got nothing to do with how much you're bleeding. You got a tear in what's called your corpora cavernosa.
That's
and
what
it
he
ain't
said.
going to fix itself. It's got to be sewn up.
You need to take care of that now, Mikey. You're going to fucking lose it.
Well, he said that we could have done it that night, but he said the benefits don't outweigh it.
What? But get out of fucking Queens. You know what? Here's the thing. If I want to get a Greek salad, I'm going to go to fucking Queens.
Right.
If I'm interested in the best Italian ice in the world, yes, Queens.
Right.
Mets game, Queens. Operations on my cock, I come into Manhattan.
That's a good thing.
That's a fucking 2-1-2 operation.
Broken cock, go right to Manhattan.
I do not play fucking games like you, Mikey.
Well,
He's suffering with it. Another reason not to wait, he's suffering with it. Nobody would make him suffer like that.
He's at an abortion clinic having a guy look his cock over. He's like, oh, don't worry, it's fucking dead like the fetuses I'm finished with. Forget that. Earl, imagine this. You go down and take a fucking piss, right? There's a dead fetus where your fucking cock should be.
Oh.
That's what Mikey Boy's dealing with right now.
No, not Mikey Boy.
Oh, Mikey D. Mikey Boy's fucking enjoying himself.
His is fine.
Here's what scares me, though, about that wife of yours. When is she going to be out looking for action on the side, Mikey?
Well, like I said, she's already figured she has a new different cock for herself.
Disgusting. Oh, she's disgusting. God
New
bless.
Year's Eve was big for her. She said, wow, this feels a lot different. And it's black, too.
To boot.
To boot.
It looks like a boot.
All right, Mikey, please get out of fucking Queens.
So I should go to Manhattan.
Yes, go to Manhattan.
Oh,
I don't even know how to bring it up to you.
Get it taken care of, then come by and we'll all sign the cast.
Okay.
All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Peace. It's a fucking terrible story, isn't it, Earl? Earl, please talk to me. It's like you're ignoring the show.
I'm just really out of it right now.
What's wrong?
I'm really...
What happened to you?
Just have, like, no sense of anything right now.
Would this be better for you if you went into the surgery with him and you broadcast from there?
No, that would not be a good idea.
And all I want you to do is take some paper towels and whatever's coming out of his dick, I want you to dab it. Whether it's snot, cum, piss, or that diarrhea shit that he has. Look at Fez. Earl, look at Fez.
I know, I can hear it.
Why are you doing that, Fez? For fun?
Sorta.
Just to annoy Earl?
Yeah, but it feels good, too. It's like a little purge.
You wonder why you get called homeless all the time? Why that comes up? Let's take a break. Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Back with the Ron and Fez show. We are live on XM 202, live in the new year. Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley with you. 866-RON-0-FEZ. That's 866-766-0339.
What are you rambling over there? Live in the new year. Yeah, we're bringing in the new year. It's Ron and Fez. Earl, how you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah?
I'm just not
doing your job today.
Well, not aware. It's like I'm here, but I'm not.
Like you're in between dimensions?
It's just the weirdest feeling I've ever had. And I mean, this is probably the worst of them all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know where you're at?
And you said you're not just having the fainting stuff. You're starting to be phobic about crowds, closed-in places.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I went, I mean, it was literally wall to wall.
How you doing with heights?
I'm fine with heights.
If we put you out on the ledge here, you'd be fine?
Depending on what position you put me in.
Well, let's just put you face first looking out the window. Now, Fez, this is hard for you to watch.
I cannot watch this.
All right, grab a mic so we can do it with. And Fez, you go with them, and we'll all go try to put Earl out the window. And we're going to hold on to your feet.
That would freak me out. That would, I mean,
you got a height problem?
I could stare out the window, but I can't, like, dangle out of a window.
How far, can you put your head out the window?
Yeah.
Even feeling like you are now?
Oh, man, I can't even get that close to the open window up here.
I'm just having trouble trying to focus on you right now. That's how...
It's me, Ronnie B.
Spaced out I am right now.
All right, let's pick it up. We ready to go?
He's getting another mic, too.
Getting the other mic working? We got the one more working? It's not working now?
Is Pitsy's mic working?
We're bringing the mic in right now.
Okay, that one's going to work better?
Yeah.
Try it, Pitsy.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, let's go on out over there.
All right, everyone's headed out to the window, out in the green room. The windows open up over 57th Street in Manhattan.
All right, let's open up the window here for Earl. Fez, you going to come out and do this?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Now, just stick your head out, Earl. I want you to think about... Yeah, go ahead and lift his feet. And think about... What's wrong, Earl?
Whacking.
Oh, man. I saw his feet getting picked up. It is way too high. It's way too high up.
I got his belt buckle here. Man, I got his belt loop.
The window is completely wide open out to the...
Hold on to him, Fez. I want you to get in.
I can't hold on to him, Ronnie.
And now I'm going to run from back here, and I'm going to try to run into you guys.
No, don't.
And now I want you to hold on. Fezzy, you got to hold him tighter than that.
Ronnie, he's too close to an open window.
Here's what I worry about.
I can't do it.
I worry. Now, stop kicking. It's not helping. All right, let me bring Dave out then. Dave, come on over here, because you can trust Dave. The one thing he can do. I want you to run at Fez. Wait, come back from here. Come back from here. First of all, 3-point stance. 3-point stance. Get down into it. Now, Fez.
Yeah?
I want you to hold on tight. Dave, I want you to see if you can't knock Earl out the window without taking Fez and Pitsy with you. Are you ready?
We're all going to end up tumbling out to the sidewalk below.
Go.
Don't do it. Oh, God. Get him.
All right, stop it. Fezzy. Fezzy, what's wrong? All right, switch positions. Fez, you're out the window.
No, I can't. I can't do that.
You're out the... What's wrong, Earl?
He passed out again.
All right, lay him on his back. Lay him on his back.
Oh,
Fezzy,
man.
just stand up in the window.
I can't stand up there.
I freaked from watching him freak.
What's that?
I was freaking from him freaking.
Just stand up in the window. We're only, 6 floors up? 5 floors up?
Yeah, but it's still... Oh, I can't go up. I can't. My knees are giving out as I try to get up here. No, don't open another one.
What's wrong? You got to open it up. We got to have a breeze in here.
This is... Oh, Ronnie, this is bad. I'm going to fall. My hand's
You can do it.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. My hand.
What's wrong?
My hand's leaning up against the wall, and it's so sweaty. I know it's going to let loose, and I'm going to go right out the window.
Let Pitsy hold on to you.
No.
He's a little drunk.
No, he's going to push me, Ron. He's going to push me.
Why would he?
He's always hated me.
All right, you stay up there. 3-point stance, Dave.
No, don't.
And then down.
Don't. I'm
Now,
going to fall. I'm
no.
going to fall. I'm
All
going to
you-
go out the window.
Just brace yourself against it.
It's not enough. There's not enough in the world to brace me. There's not enough bracing. Don't hit me.
All right, this is it. Fez.
What?
You've got to protect Earl, and you've got to protect the window.
I can't protect us all.
What's wrong?
I'm going to fall out the window.
Stand up higher.
I can't
Earl,
look.
you turn around. Earl, put Fez on your shoulders.
No.
Put Fez on your shoulders, and then this way, get up there on his shoulders. All right, on 3, Dave's coming out. You ready?
It's too high on Earl's
1.
shoulders.
I'm ready.
It's too high up here.
2,
Oh,
3.
shit.
Stay with it, Fez. We're all going. Get up. All right, that's it. That's enough. How did that feel?
All
right, wait,
the
Earl's
scariest
down.
thing ever.
Earl's down.
He wouldn't stop.
Earl fainted. Earl, what's wrong, buddy?
Oh.
Did you hit him, Dave?
No, I didn't hit him.
Yes, you did.
Hey, I'm playing serious. You asked me to play this fucking game serious. I'm going to play serious.
He had me on his back.
All right, let's everybody get a funny hairpiece on.
That's not going
Put
to
a funny
help.
hairpiece on. All right, now put those on, Dave. What happened, Earl? Hurt your mouth?
Mouth. I got elbows in the mouth.
Okay. Hang in with it. Shake it off. Rub a little dirt on it. That's it. Walk it off. Just put your funny wig on. Please, it's helping.
That was the scariest thing ever. I thought for sure I was going down to the street below.
All right, here's what you're going to do this time, though.
Now what?
You're putting your feet, just your feet, out the window.
Please no.
And they're going to hold on to your shoulders.
Oh, God.
Pitsy and Earl. Look at Earl. You can trust him right now.
He's out of it.
Earl, let's get Fez's feet out the window. Yeah, that's it. From a chair first, Fezzy.
Don't touch the chair.
Why?
Because the chair could go out, too.
Sure, everything could go out the window. That's life.
Oh, God. Oh, I hate the fact of my feet dangling. Because the rest of me could follow.
You can do this now. There you go. You're relaxing. Your feet are out the window.
I'm going to die in a funny wig.
No, you're fine. Earl, are you going to help Fez, or are you going to pull out on him? Or is he on his own? All right, Fezzy.
Yes.
And this is going to calm you, right?
Right.
Dave. Okay.
I want you to lift Fez, holding him, but just letting the feet dangle.
All right.
All right?
No, please don't.
What's wrong?
He's too stupid.
What's bothering you, Fez?
He doesn't do anything right. He'll watch this.
All right, Dave.
Ronnie, please.
All right, Dave, stop. There's a lack of trust right now in this team. That's what I'm picking up on.
I will not drop him. I will hurt like a big baby. I will hurt you. I mean, help you.
What?
You. I will carry you.
This
like
is
a
going
large
to calm
baby.
your phobia.
This is the way I would go to the gallows if I was Sodom.
All right, just stay that way for a while. Earl, how you feeling?
I'm really out of it. My lip hurts.
All right, let's head back in then. Nobody wants to do this properly. I was going to make it a nice day where we could all try to defeat our phobias, but not now. Somebody has to ruin it for everybody. Earl wouldn't keep the wig on, nor would he really do a good job of protecting Fez.
Oh, my gosh, was that frightening.
Frightening, or do you feel like you got over it finally?
No, in fact, it feels a little worse. Like now I actually have a picture in my head that I can use when it gets really scary.
What bothered you about it? The falling out the window?
Yeah, the falling out the window, the fact that nothing felt secure. The wall felt like it could go. Dave or Pitts holding me felt like they could let loose at any minute. And I wouldn't put it past them.
This is about trust. I wouldn't mind doing this, Fez. We get a long rope and we lower you down.
There's no way they would be able to lower me.
Why?
They would drop me. I swear I would drop.
All right, let me check with the team. Dave, could you pull this off? Would you find it in yourself to be able to lower Fez down?
I absolutely could do that. Yeah.
You know you can do it.
I know that I can do it. I'm strong.
Pitsy?
I totally could do it too.
Earl?
Let's go for it.
All right,
what?
So there's the whole team.
Let's do it.
Why would he say that? He's barely conscious. This is the one coherent thought that he has?
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Fez, why won't you pull this off? I know you had a tough flight, right?
Oh, I had an awful flight on vacation. When I flew out of JFK International Airport in New York to Florida, it was storming and the turbulence was awful. I was scared to death, and I got myself so frightened, and there were storms up and down the East Coast, so we never got out of turbulence. The entire flight from New York to Florida, we never got out of turbulence.
Bouncing around?
Just bouncing up and down and side to side, the plane shaking, and it got me so upset and so panicky that I got sick from it. I got motion sickness. And I started throwing up on the plane and couldn't stop the entire trip.
You know, I know they always have those bags on the plane. I've never seen anybody else get sick but you, though, in a plane.
Yeah, they were bringing me air sick bags, and I'm like, that's not going to be enough. And it got so ugly, the turbulence, that they told everyone you have to stay in your seats. We're not doing drink service. We're not, letting anyone use the restroom. I was the only passenger on this full plane allowed to get up and use the restroom in the midst of this turbulence because I couldn't quit throwing up throughout the whole thing. And the other passengers just shooting me nasty looks because why is he allowed out of his seat? And time again, because I was up like 4 or 5 times to run to the bathroom there. Then they couldn't calm me down.
You were freaking?
I was freaking. I was sick. Finally, there's a flight attendant, Abraham from JetBlue, thank you very much. He put in cold towels over my face the rest of the trip and sitting in the aisle next to me.
Like when a fucking dolphin washes up on the beach?
Yeah, just trying to cool me off because I was so sick and I was so scared. Then finally he goes, I'm going to get something for you. This will help, trust me. They went and got smelling salts for me to put under my nose. And
that's what we'll need for Earl.
What, smelling salts?
Yeah, Earl, smelling salts.
So I didn't even know what that would help with, I thought that was...
Snap you back out of it. Get you ready. Get you ready to get back in the ring.
And he's like, you're going to think this isn't going to help, but trust me, it will. So I just had smelling salts under my nose the whole time, wet towels on my head, and because of the weather, the flight was like we were an extra half hour in the sky, taking a different route to Florida.
And it never, did everyone else think it was bad, or just you?
No, everyone else thought the turbulence was bad. I was the only one getting sick.
Right.
The turbulence had to be bad. They suspended drink service. We didn't get that. So it must have been bad if everybody was supposed to stay buckled in, including the flight attendants.
Right.
Well, he had to do what he had to do. Seems like they helped him out just fine. I see nothing wrong with Fez's behavior. I think he's entitled for that type of treatment.
Well, it was just an ugly, embarrassing scene, especially when all the other passengers hate your guts because you're allowed to go use the bathroom.
It's just if it wasn't every flight that there's something that you've done. Every flight now for over 20 years.
Oh, I know. I'm just spilling drinks, and they have to bring, extra paper towels to clean up after me. Because, I'll try to have a bottle of water or something, and I spill that all over the place.
Earl, how you feeling now, buddy? You want to get back to the window?
No, I'm really out of it. I just can't.
Fezzy, what if we did something where we tied a rope around your chest and lowered you down?
I don't know how that's going to help even more. I would really fear the rope breaking. It would be a trust issue of the people lowering me, and a fear of the rope staying tied or the rope not breaking.
Look at Pitsy. You trust him?
See, these aren't professionals. These aren't like professional rappellers.
So if we got professional rappellers, you would do it?
I don't know how I would ever take my ass out that window.
Professional rappellers aren't going to love you as much as Pitsy and Dave. Your team.
That's for darn truth.
The guys I call Team Watley.
During Fez's breakdown, he said that I've never liked him before. I don't know if anybody caught on to that. So that's why he doesn't trust me.
It hurt my feelings because you've done nothing but work hard for us. You've only done the best.
Sometimes insanity takes over, Pitts.
Yeah, but they always say there's a little truth in every freak out. Now, Earl, how you feeling? Any better at all?
Somewhat. My mouth hurts now.
Earl, you're the producer of this show. You know everything that happens, right?
I try to, yes.
All right, we had the big bet with Fez Watley's hair that came down. What was the date on that, Fez?
That was...
December 15th?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And where we were with that were, if you lost the bet, Fez, you would have to shave your head, right?
Exactly. If Taylor Hicks' album did not debut at number 1.
Earl, you're the producer of the show. What are all the terms of the bet?
It was... Fez had to shave his head if it hit number 1.
And if it didn't hit number 1, what would happen?
Dave would have to shave his head. And I think I had to grow my hair out.
And yet, that never came up again. I got emails about that over the Christmas break. Earl was supposed to grow an afro in 2007. Do me a favor, Dave. Roll your hand over his head right now.
Smooth as a baby's bottom, Mr. B. Not even... I mean, he's been shaving this thing. He probably just shaved this at 10 o'clock this morning.
When'd you shave it, Earl?
Yesterday.
Why would you keep on shaving when you know you lost the bet?
If I did it yesterday, I don't even know at this point.
Earl, I went home for Christmas bald, and I won the bet.
Even if he doesn't grow an afro back in, he should at least have to be made to wear a wig. Maybe one of those blue wigs or something, but at least some kind of wig.
Maybe we take him and have him fit it in a big afro place, like Hair Club for Men, but for black men.
Yeah,
do they have that Hair Club for black men?
I think the Hair Club for Men applies for all men.
Really?
Yes.
All men are created equal?
But I'm not going. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, buddies.
Yeah.
Fezzy, you're in the 6th-story building. You're on the 5th floor. Everything below you's on fire. You trust the fire department to get you out down a rope?
Would you jump, Fezzy, then?
Oh, man, to jump into one of those firemen's nets?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I would actually have to have the fire on me to do that. I can't imagine. It would be so tough.
You don't think that they're heroes, and you can't trust the fire department. To you, they're not heroes.
They're heroes.
You know what Fez said after 9/11? Well, at least there weren't any heroes involved. I beg to differ, my friend. They're all heroes.
They're heroes. That has nothing to do with me jumping out a window.
You wouldn't trust a hero?
Into a net. I would have trouble trusting, yes.
Would you let them lower you down, the fire department?
I would trust them to lower me down.
If I get 2 firemen in here, they can lower you out the window. You're insane. Over Pitts and Dave, who love you.
Look at the arm strength on Dave.
I don't know. I saw him hit Earl and take him down with a shot to the mouth.
Wait, how about baby steps? At least he does that thing where he turns around and then drops into me, like that.
You want to do that, Fez?
I'll try that, one of those trust exercises.
Right, but outside, on the window ledge.
No, he can't catch me on the window ledge.
Why not?
I'll be too heavy and he'll knock us both out.
Then you don't trust.
What if at least he stands on a chair or maybe this console, so he's raised above me, so it has some perception of
You want to do that?
He would never catch me. I would guarantee he would break my neck.
What about if both of you stood on the top of the elevator as it's going down in the shaft?
I'd love to try that.
I know, I've always wanted to do that too. Because you always see it in Die Hard, and you're like, that fucking looks like the hell of a ride. Yet inside the elevator couldn't be more boring. Isn't that odd?
Yeah, claustrophobic, if even.
Yeah. So, Fez, are you ready to trust right now?
I would like to trust in 2007.
Let's get you on the ledge.
I can't be on the ledge, though.
How are you going to trust?
Can I trust indoors?
How's that exciting?
Well, it's still trust. I just know I'm going to fall. Something bad is going to happen.
So you're trusting in bad things. You need to have the same trust, but in good things.
That would be nice to have.
Yeah. Let's get you up on the ledge. Get you out the window. You said you wanted a little fire on you, too.
No. I said that would be the worst circumstances. I wasn't asking for fire.
Huh.
Yeah.
Earl, where are you on this? You feel like it's a good idea? You ready to go for it?
Yeah, why not?
You're so out of it. Quit agreeing to these things.
He's out of his fucking mind today. Yeah, why not? Let's get Fez on the ledge.
It doesn't make any sense what he's saying.
He doesn't know where the fuck he is. Ali used to call it the other room. When you get hit so hard, you thought you went into another room. Where are you right now, Earl? What's today's date?
Monday.
What are your parents?
Monday?
What are your parents' names?
It's Earl Sr. and Dorothy.
What happens when your dick breaks?
Bleed.
Inside, right?
Yes.
Internal. Mixed with snot. Shit, piss, puke.
All that you need to know.
Johnny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was wondering if Fez would jump out the window if Hitler had a gun to his head and Superman was underneath ready to catch him.
Fez?
I guess if I was going to get shot, I'd have to go out the window.
That's right, but your Superman is Dave.
Yeah.
Or Super Dave.
Super Dave.
There is no way he would be able to catch me.
I can do it, Mr. W. You just gotta give me a chance.
You gotta believe in him.
He wouldn't be able to hold me on a rope. He wouldn't be able to catch me.
I have strong. I have a lot of strength when I'm dealing with someone who I love and am passionate about.
Earl, when he smashed you in the mouth, real smash mouth football, did that hurt? Did you feel like you had some decent strength?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a knee to the... I got hit in the middle next week. I just got hit. And
I doubt it very much. Although, Fezzy, you guys were tumbling towards that window.
Oh, man, I can feel it going. And all I know is I have my hand on Earl's belt.
No offense to you. I give more credit to Earl for being up and above with his, upper torso hanging out the window than you sitting in the chair with your feet out the window.
Well, I'm just baby stepping at this point.
If I had gotten just a little lower, just a little more drive, I would have knocked him the hell out the window.
That's what I try to tell you. I don't care, what you're doing. You got to stay low and drive.
Pads down.
Yeah, pads down.
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
You're going to learn. You're going to pick up on this.
Thank you.
I wouldn't mind even getting a driving sled that we can just push back and forth to the window, just so some of the younger guys know what they're doing, So much of the game is played with the legs, Fezzy.
Yeah.
And you just don't realize that.
Well, I'm just glad he wasn't prepared.
Ted, you're on Fez.
Fez?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Could you pee out the window?
No, I couldn't pee out the window.
What if I was standing on the ground, so you were essentially peeing on me, and I would be willing to do that if
you want to do that?
I'm not going to be able to pee out a window.
Are you afraid you're going to come?
No.
If Dave's down there?
It's not going to work, especially when the breeze hits me.
An underage immigrant, would you be able to come out the window on him?
I don't believe I would. Even an underage immigrant, Ron.
Earl, what about you?
Regarding what?
Could I put you and Fez in the window? Or just have you do the sword game? Cross swords?
Probably not, no. I wouldn't cross swords with Fezzy.
What's the date? Parents' name?
Second.
Social security numbers?
The parents' names are Earl Sr. and Dorothy. Oh, God, I had to think about that for a minute.
Dorothy Sr.
Dorothy Sr.?
No.
Your mom wasn't somewhere over the rainbow, Dorothy, was she?
No.
Earl?
No.
Are you Liza with a Z? Let me know if you are.
No, I'm not.
David, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I think to snap Earl out of it, you ought to break his cock.
Earl, you into that at all?
No, not at all.
Britney Spears reportedly passed out drunk New Year's Eve at a club in Las Vegas. Her people are now saying that she was just sleeping. She had a long day and she was sleeping when she passed out.
Now, here's the thing. How many people you think passed out in a club on New Year's Eve?
Oh, probably plenty, yeah. Tens of thousands across the country.
So why is Britney the one in the news over this?
I think she needs that K-Fed back. She seems to be out of control without K-Fed in her life. All of a sudden, he was the bad influence. Now, apparently, he was the good one in this relationship.
That's true. He did take some of the heat off her. He was the one showing off his pussy and passing out. And Earl passed out, yet no one's calling him a drunk, right, Earl?
Yes.
Parents' names?
Earl and...
Hospital you were born in?
Flushing Hospital.
Here's a picture of Britney Spears from the Daily News at her New Year's Eve party.
Is her all fucked up?
Yeah, I think that's when they decided to try to walk her out to her SUV.
Oh, I love a broken doll baby look. It's just so fucking psycho.
It's the raccoon eyeshadow, where it's
and the eyes rolling back. She looks like Courtney Love here. And there's nothing like a blonde heading for the fucking cliff. There's just something about it that works.
Yeah, she's got the frizzy hair and everything else. She really looks like Next Stop Rehab.
She's adorable.
She's put on a couple pounds.
Oh, she had 2 babies.
Yeah, no, then it seemed like she dropped that weight, and now she's putting it back on again. Well, stop with the yo-yo diet.
She can't help it. She's fucking pushing babies out one after another.
Eat healthier. That's all.
At Chicago's O'Hare Airport, several airport employees were saying they spotted a UFO hovering over the airport. That was back in November. It's coming out now. The FAA is saying it had to be just a weather phenomenon. But they said they looked out the window, they saw like a disc-shaped thing, a light in the clouds, that kind of hovered and then just took off.
So you're going to fucking fly all the way there and then go to the airport?
It seems like if you were a UFO and you were coming to anywhere in the country, you would think, all right, there's some lights. Maybe I should land there. It would make sense to actually go to where there's a runway.
Why? You're a flying saucer.
They could be spying on our aircrafts, though.
Why? If they could get here from another planet, the last thing they're going to fucking care about is a Cessna.
They're obviously interested, if there were aliens, they would be interested in human life. And if they know that we can fly, they want to see how capable we are of flying. Spying on us, essentially, in case there was a big battle.
Let's just start shooting missiles into space, then. Maybe we'll get lucky and hit something. I'm all for just shooting into space. I sure as hell would love to blow up the fucking moon, just to let all those fuckers know we ain't playing games.
We would be a mess without that moon.
Why would we?
It controls the tides, is what they say.
Who needs tides? I'd rather just have one tide. Get rid of the moon. If anything, the fucking moon is annoying the tides. It's low, it's high. But fuck it. One thing. And treat that ocean like it's a pool. You with me on this, Earl?
Yes.
You know what? If I'm an alien and I see a planet blowing up a moon for no fucking reason, and second of all, I wouldn't mind blowing up before the Chinese can get there.
The only country...
Who's going there, the Chinese or the Japanese?
The Chinese are supposed to be going.
Fuckers. And you know why they're going, they said?
Why?
To piss on our flag. Fuck that. I'll blow it up first. Before I sit here underneath a communist moon. As Don Lyndon Johnson.
All right, well, we have to at least get back there to protect the flag. Just to make a perimeter around it.
The flag?
The flag.
Oh. Don't turn everything into a gay bit.
Try not to. Also on New Year's Eve, John Mayer and Jessica Simpson were reportedly in a full-on makeout at midnight at Christina Aguilera's New Year's party.
And this matters to you why?
Well, you know, I always wonder what's going on with John Mayer and Jessica Simpson. This thing's on again, it's off again. What's going on?
I thought Jessica was going out with Romo. Wasn't that the other news?
See, that was the other news. And now, ever since Romo's been spotted with Carrie Underwood from American Idol, it's like all of a sudden Jessica Simpson needs a story about her. Like her Romo story didn't work. So now what's really helping is a John Mayer story here.
Helping how? What do you care? People go out with each other, Fez. Put the wig on, Earl.
Okay.
It's a nice girl's wig. Just put it on and relax with it, Earl.
I'm not putting it...
Oh, you look good like that.
You look like,
a black beetle.
You look like Ike Turner.
No, you don't. You really here. Lean over to one side.
That's great.
That is fucking great look for you.
It's kind of sexy. I mean,
yeah, it's not bad.
It really works for him. That's odd. I would never have pictured Earl with hair before.
Earl with white man hair.
If he had like some kind of cape.
You know what you look, Earl? You look Italian with that on. You honestly look Italian.
Sicilian or more.
It doesn't matter. The point is this. You're starting to blend in. You're starting to melt with the pot finally. After all these years. You got a little itchy, isn't it, having hair? It's not fucking easy as it looks from the outside.
It's a lot of upkeep hair.
Well, that was formerly Stalker Patty's wig.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains the itching. This was an odd story. I picked it when I was visiting family over the holidays. Mm-hmm. My cousin's kid, probably 11, 12 years old, has to go see a shrink ordered by the school. He can't eat in front of other people, so he can't go to the lunchroom at school or anything. They actually have to find a teacher willing to give up their lunchtime to sit in a classroom while he eats there. I have never heard of this one before.
This is your cousin's kid?
Yeah.
I got $50 right now that says your cousin fucked that kid when he was little. I believe that's what happened. Because I've read about this before.
Right.
And normally some type of sexual abuse took place.
Really? Mm-hmm. Because I've never... Apparently he just gets... he is an absolute nervous wreck when it comes to sitting in a lunchroom with people.
Boy. That's odd for your family, huh? Somebody with a fucking weird phobia.
Oh, we have phobias, but this is a brand new one on me. I had never heard of this.
Would that even be considered a phobia, or it's even beyond that? It's into some kind of bizarre behavior. What's he worried? People are going to see the food in his mouth?
I guess so, yeah. He can't chew in front of people.
But here's the thing. Most fucking kids, or a lot of kids, will skip lunch anyway. Save that money for beer. Or they're doing fucking speed at school. Bill, I'm looking right at you. And they skip lunch. I'm going to get... Bill, you weren't a big lunch eater, were you?
No. Well, I never really was, though. But here's an interesting thing. I quit Adderall.
Oh, you're off the drugs.
Yeah, so...
You seem less fun.
Yeah, I am.
When did you get off of it?
2 days before Christmas.
No, did you go cold turkey, or...?
Yeah. So I was afraid that, even though I'm taking the prescription, I'm afraid, like, I would become too dependent on it. And I was crashing. It was hard for me to stay up at night, so I stopped taking it.
Now, did you quit school?
Yes. Well, I didn't quit. I only need 32 more credits to graduate. So.
32 more credits?
Yeah.
That's a lot, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's
2 semesters.
Yeah, it's a whole nother year.
How many years were you there?
3.
You went 3 years?
Yeah.
So you only have 1 more year?
Yeah.
But now, I talked to some kids from that TV station, from that school, and they said that you were pretty reckless up there.
Oh,
Bill.
Did they?
Yeah, I go, I know a guy from that did some stuff. And I go, Bill. I go, we call him Wild Bill. And they go, and then they go, your last name? And they go, he's a maniac. And they were all saying that you did all kinds of crazy shit.
I don't even remember.
It was stuff on drugs?
It's hard to tell. I don't know. It depends on TV or outside the TV station.
Both.
Yeah, probably.
Trying to get your shows on and then ideas that you had.
You're doing a lot of drugs when it's hard to tell.
Yeah, right. You mean reality or stuff I dreamt in my own mind? Well, at least you're a little bit of a legend there. All right, so you got a nephew abused by his parents, refusing to eat at school.
We have the kid refusing to eat at school. We don't know about abuse by the parents.
Sexual abuse, probably. Find out if your cousin has urinated on him or just jacked off in front of him. Look into that. And your family, I'm going to guess yes.
Well, it's just that it's going to be a little embarrassing to ask if any of that's happened.
Embarrassing? Hey, I saw you guys naked, but I don't ask any awkward questions. Oliver, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was listening in, and that whole thing with your cousin's kid.
Yeah.
It could be kind of like an OCD kind of thing, because, the people with obsessive compulsive, have to, when they walk into a room, they have to turn the light on and off so many times before they feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, but that don't mean they can't eat a sandwich.
Well, yeah, but...
I mean, I've heard of, like, a kid afraid of food or, they get some kind of a weird thing about texture. But he can eat food.
Yeah, he can eat food. Like, if he has his lunch and he's alone in a room, he can eat it.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Is he chubby? Or does he have a problem with that? Because I know I don't like to eat in front of my family. Because they always talk about me gaining weight.
Uh-huh.
So
you eat in the other room. You act like, oh, no, I can't eat. And then you go and stand in front of the refrigerator and eat as fast as you can.
at 2 o'clock in the morning when no one's able to see me scarf down pot roast.
Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies, Dick Order 1015 calling in.
Face. From the old FBA.
Okay, buddies. Fez's cousin here, it's not that weird of a problem. My fiance, when I first met her, the first 6 or 7 months I was with her, I could not take her out to eat because she would not eat in front of me. And Ron, you're right. It goes back to her father messing with her when she was a young girl.
Yeah, it's normally abuse issues, sexual abuse issues. You'd be afraid to bring that up, though, Fez, to the young man?
Yeah, I would.
Hey, sounds like you're a great uncle. Until I hear something awkward, I'd rather you go on and get abused.
Well, now he's in the hands of a psychiatrist, so hopefully, if there's a problem like that, the professional will be able to get it out of him.
So this is not a kid that you really care much for?
It's actually a kid I think I've met once or twice in my whole life.
2 times that you met him, did you abuse him?
I never put my hand on this kid.
Cock?
No.
Anus?
No further question.
Mangus, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, my wife's got a similar thing. She has to have her hand in front of her face anytime she's chewing. She can't let anybody see her chew her food. But she can still eat in public, but that's it.
You know, almost every woman hates to eat in public. Have you ever been at a table and, like, you'll wipe your mouth or something? All the women will quickly, like, oh, is it me thinking that you're sending them a signal? Yeah. You know, they all think that they got food hanging out. Luckily for men, we really don't care what we look like when we eat.
Yeah, I think women are the only ones that'll ask, is there something in my teeth? Most guys just don't even care.
Yeah, when I have pasta and everything, it's all over my thing. But
who cares? One time Fez asked me if there was anything in his teeth.
Yeah.
It was cum.
Oh.
I knew there was
Disgusting.
something there.
That's disgusting.
Something gritty.
Gritty?
Congratulations to Jay Moore.
Sandman?
To Jay Moore and Nikki Cox. They got married on Friday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I believe they got married in Las Vegas. I'm not sure, though. So I wonder how long that's going to last.
I say forever.
I give them the year. These Hollywood weddings. These marriages. They rarely last.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Earl, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm hanging in there, but I'm still kind of...
Just barely keeping it together?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm starting to worry about you.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez.
XM 202.
Ron and Fez show, you know, ever since Earl went down, the rejoiners have sucked, Dave. Absolutely pitiful.
Well, I don't really choose the bumper music so much. I'm just selecting in it.
It chooses you?
I'm just going with my heart.
It stinks.
Okay.
Seriously, if I'm in a fucking G.I. Joe movie, yeah, go ahead and grab that. If I'm trying to do a radio show and get people to dig it, yeah, try to give me a little something more.
All right.
All right, Ron and Fez show, just hanging out with you to the end of the show. Weird show coming back. It was just all over the place, not making any sense at all. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. I have to look around at the whole team and just say pathetic. Just not what I would call a real strong team, and don't have really exciting feelings about 2007. If anything, I just hope it's another year that we're not discovered.
Well, that seems kind of rough. Yeah, probably not the best comeback to the new year.
All right, you know, by the way, I do want to point this out, too, about some of the Thanksgiving gifts. Thank you, Dr. Steve. That was ridiculous. Absolutely fantastic Christmas gift, and I'm humbled by it. But also to the RonFez.net guys, blew me away. A Last Waltz poster that was framed beautifully. Now, Earl, I don't know whether you were aware of this, because I wasn't at the time that I opened the present. It wasn't the Last Waltz, the movie. It was the concert, so these things were hanging up in San Francisco.
Real? Oh, wow. I mean, so that's authentic, real. This was promoting the show, the whole deal.
Yeah, this comes from that Wolfgang's Vault, I guess. The Bill Graham thing that apparently just got sued recently. But that present, absolutely fantastic. Now, do you remember Fez and I going back and forth about Christmas presents? And this year he's going to impress me. And I'm doing this as a shoot. So I'm looking at you, Earl. I'm looking at you, Dave. I open up this. I opened it up the same day as I get these fabulous gifts sent it to me. Boxes of cigars, and the listeners just were too incredibly nice. Big baskets of food, and everything was just so nice. I open up this thing from Fez, and I swear to God here, a ceramic ashtray.
Oh, my goodness.
Mr. I give the best gifts, and he's bragged for how long, gives me a ceramic ashtray. And even after he left that night, my kids looked at me and they went, what is that supposed to mean? Is that like an insult, or what does that even mean?
It was more than a ceramic ashtray. It was a special ceramic ashtray.
Was it an ashtray?
Yes.
Was it ceramic?
Yes.
That's a tacky fucking gift.
No, it was a nice gift. It was an original ceramic ashtray from Toots Shor's place in New York.
Who?
Toots Shor, the world's most famous innkeeper, barkeep.
When?
Back in the 50s and the 60s.
What is he talking about?
Toots Shor. You
mean Toots?
Yeah, his granddaughter was here, remember? Was that the guy that she did the
Toots
thing about?
Shor?
Toots Shor, yeah.
So you get a ceramic, and I mean it's white, and it just has lettering in it.
White?
Yeah.
What is it?
And it's fucking white ceramic.
You never get a white ashtray.
Yeah.
They're turn dirty in 2 days.
Now, and all it does is have the guy's name signed on it. Like, it looked like it would have been like, it should have said something like Orlando, Florida. But even more, just simply write white with the words Toots Shor. I fucking go, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
But it was a collectible. It's a piece of
How's it a
memorabilia.
collectible?
Toots Shor's place is gone now.
Yes. So I won his ashtray?
It was a famous bar, and now you have an ashtray. You have a piece of history from that bar. Where Jackie Gleason went, where Mickey Mantle went, where DiMaggio went.
If you would have gave me something of Gleason's or Mantle's or DiMaggio's, that would have been fantastic. But a fucking ashtray from that may or may not have been a place that those guys were at one time. That's a fucking waste.
It's still an ashtray. I mean, it sounds nice.
I guarantee you, $8 tops.
It was not $8. It was really hard to find, too.
First of all, what makes you even think it's from the place?
Because I was, I checked it out. They said, I'm taking their word for it, but
Who's
it looked
they?
The collector
Who's
that I
they? The
bought
other
it from.
carnies? As you're walking down the midway, hey, you know what you need there? An ashtray from Toots Shor's. That's right, Toots Shor's.
If it wasn't a collectible, you'd see them all over the place.
First of all, who else would care about a bar that was in fucking New York 60 years ago?
Yeah,
besides you.
But it was a historic bar. I thought it was a really nice gift. And we went out to see that documentary about Toots Shor.
We did?
Yes.
I thought we got it on I thought I watched it on a DVD. And then did the movie even come out, Earl?
Not that I'm sure of. I'm not even sure if it came out.
You know, when we went to see Star Wars, why didn't you give me a lightsaber?
But we had a great night that night. We saw Woody Allen and Soon Yi was there. Tom Brokaw, Mike Wallace.
What the hell's that got to do with this fucking ashtray?
Frank Gifford, it's a commemorative thing. We had a great time going to see that documentary. Toots Shor's place is legendary. It's historic in New York.
Had you heard of it before then?
No, not really.
Thank you. So we were one of 80 people who saw a documentary. And you hadn't heard of it before. And most people hadn't.
I thought it was a very nice, thoughtful gift.
It seems doubtful that Toots would have ashtrays that say Toots Shor on them in his restaurant back then in the 1950s. It doesn't seem like a real authentic gift.
I can't tell you how plain this is. I ought to fucking bring this in to embarrass Fez in front of everyone. Lynchpin, you're on Fez.
Hey, Eastside Dave. How does Westside like that nice new Innowac bag got for her, Firebush?
Did she get it?
She's going to be getting that today. I left it here during the vacation. Didn't do that on purpose. But she will be getting it today. Promised.
Earl, I was listening to Opie saying he wasn't allowed back in the building over Christmas break. Weren't you in here most of the time?
Yeah, I was in and out during the week. But he probably... Did he have his building ID, or...
Yeah, he didn't have his ID card, and they wouldn't let him up.
Why not?
Even though they see him every
day, the guy says hi, Ron, to me, but I still got to show him my ID.
Yeah, and Capri still wouldn't let him up.
That's insane, especially when you talk to the guy.
You show your ID every time?
Yes.
Yeah, so do I. Fucking nutty.
Well, you also need to sign in on the weekends, too, so it's a big-time hassle during the weekends.
Yeah, that's another thing. You can sign in any day and come up here.
Yeah.
So...
I think on the weekends you need an ID and to be signed in. It's just too much.
After 7, you have to sign in during the week also.
Too many rules.
Oscar, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, fucking Fez, now I know who Fagman 101 is. He outbid me on eBay on that ashtray. He got that thing for $4.99.
Is that what you paid, Fez?
No, and I didn't get it from eBay either.
Liar.
Tell me the truth, and I want you to be fucking totally honest. Was it more than $10?
Yes, it was more than $10.
Then you got ripped off.
It was more than $10.
It is completely white. All it says is Toots Shor's on it. And that's it, in red letters. And there's no, date. There's no and it looks so brand new that I know it isn't a 60-year-old ashtray.
It is a 60-year-old ashtray. It's from his restaurant.
How do you know?
I mean, they said that on the website that I bought it from.
They said it on the website. It must be true. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah. Happy New Year, by the way. I want to know if Fez is saving up those Swanson TV dinner trays he emptied out, and he's going to try to sell them in 50 years. Like that piece of crap ashtray he pawned off.
It really was. This is something you have problems buying Christmas gifts. It's not your thing. Dr. Steve, fabulous job. RonFez.net, Whackbag gave me great stuff. FBA, great stuff. So many people sending stuff that really touched me. But you, Fezzy, with an ashtray from a 60-year-old restaurant, I just don't even understand it.
Yes, a collectible, one-of-a-kind item there.
How's it one-of-a-kind or collectible if they were just ashtrays, like you said? If it was an actual ashtray.
And the ashtray really is something you give to, your grandpa when you're a kid.
It did come off that way.
So he's, sort of mocking your age a little.
Was that it, Fez?
No, not at all. And
what's going on, Earl?
I'm just trying to stand up and go to the bathroom.
He still doesn't have his legs under him yet.
You going to stand up and piss there?
No, I'm going to walk over.
All right, when you go to the bathroom, I want you to think about Mikey D. His dick broke. James, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, buddies. I'm on NewYorkFirst.com. You can get this ashtray for $245. Availability ships within 24 hours.
No, I know you didn't spend any $245 on it.
I'm not saying what I spent on it.
If you spent $245 on a fucking white ceramic ashtray, you're a retard.
All right. Well, this comes from Milkman Dan, so I don't know if it's true or not, but it's there. So thanks, guys.
All right, peace. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy.
Yeah.
Just tell Ronnie it's a centerpiece.
It could be a conversation piece, I know that.
What would the conversation piece be?
Hey, this ashtray was from Toots Shor's place.
Who?
Toots Shor's place.
You don't even know the guy's fucking name. Now, here's the other thing. How is that going to be a centerpiece when most people don't know who he was? You didn't know who he was till I took you to the movie, right?
Right.
So how is that going to get a conversation started?
Well, yeah, I'd have to explain who he was.
Oh, there used to be a bar. Really? Like the other 3,500 bars here in New York? Yeah.
Plus, also with an ashtray, you have to get up and empty it, and you always have to throw the ashes in the garbage can. It's so much work that you have to do
I should have gotten a self-emptying ashtray.
It would have been nice. Something that pointed to the future. Bill. Let me go to Bill. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Yeah.
You can get those ashtrays 2 for $1 on Mulberry Street.
Is that where you got it, Fez?
I did not get it on Mulberry Street, and it was more than $1.
Who did you give the other one to?
I only bought one, and that was for you because I thought it was a really thoughtful gift. I didn't even mention what you gave me.
Well, you shouldn't, because mine was given from the heart, and it was nice.
You gave me cash, is what you gave me.
I wanted you to have something you could use. I didn't want to give you a shitty fucking ashtray. Andy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, not for nothing, but it doesn't sound so much like a Christmas gift as it sounds like he's saving like a ticket stub from a first date or something like that.
It is very fucking odd. It was a very odd thing. And I'll say this, Fez. My kids were offended.
They were offended?
They felt like you let me down, like, They thought it was a gag gift. And now when, Eastside Dave is saying, yeah, when you would come back from Orlando, you would bring an ashtray back for Grandpa. I'm starting to feel the exact same way.
It's not a souvenir ashtray. It's a piece of memorabilia.
How's that different than a souvenir? How is a souvenir and memorabilia different from each other?
Here's your ashtray, Grandpa.
And why does this thing look like it just came out of the kiln? It's just fucking shiny. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Fezzy, stand up for yourself. If Ronnie doesn't like his president, tell him to stick it up his ass.
Was that right, Fez? Stick it up my ass?
No, I want you to like it.
That's where you're going with this now? Oh, what a fucking Christmas I had. Here's an ashtray. If you don't like it, stick it up your ass.
I did not say that.
Hey, Earl, I'm going to end early today. I've got to go home, take an old ashtray, and stick it up my ass the way Fez and Dave want me to.
Do not stick that ashtray up your ass. I'm asking you.
Did you have that on the card?
No. I did not. And what you gave me was a wad of cash tied up in a rubber band.
You're welcome.
You didn't even hand it to me. You just tossed it to me.
Pimp rolled it. I got the same thing I gave my chick and my kids.
Toots Shor also has the same initials as Tough Shit.
Oh, is that right, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Is that
Tough
where it's
shit,
going?
Ron.
Tough shit ashtray. Smoke screen, you're on the air.
What up, buddies?
What do you say, Smoke?
Hey, I miss Fez Watley Comia. Hey, Fez, I want to set the pretzel bowl from the Regal Beagle for $5,000. You want it?
It does seem like that, Fez.
No, I don't want that. I thought I got a very nice gift.
Well, if you went out to any bar today, would you want a fucking ashtray from it?
No, because they're not made like they were then. They're
ceramic.
They're not ceramic now. They're all plastic.
So you're most impressed by the ceramicness of it all.
The old world styling of it, yes. That you can't get anymore.
Hey, Mr. B, when my family went out to Mickey Mouse restaurant, I got a Ron Guidry bottle of steak sauce. Ron Guidry's own Louisiana Lightning steak sauce. I'll give it to you for Easter.
Oh, do yourself a favor. Sell it to Fez for fucking $2.35.
Okay.
Not buying Ron Guidry steak sauce.
Let me see if this piece of shit is online. Toots Shor Ashtray. I'm going to put in here.
There's no need to look up a price on a gift.
Who cares about the price? I just want to show these guys how bad it fucking looks.
I've never even heard of a white ashtray, unless it's like some Greek diner. Seems like Toots would have a lot more class.
It does seem like...
white is classy.
Oh, here's one from the Stewart Club. That would have been nice. You know they're just making these things one after another.
The Stewart Club?
Yeah.
Jot that down.
Yeah, you know me, Fez. I have a fucking ashtray collection. Alright, this is it, only he didn't get me the nice red one, which would have been cool. This is the whole thing, but just picture completely white.
Is it it's a square?
Yeah.
It's ugly.
It's from his restaurant.
It's not even a circular ashtray, though. It's like
here's a nice one.
It looks like a paperweight.
Here's Copacabana. That one goes for $75. Broadway Joe's, my favorite fucking QB of all time. That one goes for $45.
Almost every single one is circular, besides the Toots Shor square paperweight model.
Why does the shape matter?
Doesn't look
I think
like
it adds to its uniqueness. I think it's a fine gift.
It's really kind of stupid. I just wish that every Christmas didn't have to turn into a nightmare with you. Hey, Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, tell Ronnie to shit in it.
Oh, is that right, Fezzy? Hey, Earl, I'm going to end the show early today. I'm going to go home, shit in my stupid ashtray, and then stick it up my ass the way Fez wants me to.
Don't shit in that thing. It's a collectible.
How is it collectible unless people are collecting it?
Well, I bought it. I collected it.
So it's a collection of one person. So look, if I sell Dave this foam for $1, this is a collectible now?
No.
Why not? That's a genuine Ron Bennington foam. He's the guy who shits in ashtrays and then later sticks them up his ass. Fez, next year, money. Do it the right way and give me money.
I don't want to give money. It's too impersonal. The money you gave me.
Wait, but a ceramic ashtray means something.
Yes, that one does.
It's our buddy Don the Hypnotist. How you doing, Don?
Hey, guys. Happy New Year.
Hey.
Hey, just wanted you to know that, you can still get those ceramic ones at Disney.
That's exactly what I felt like. It felt like my nephew came back from Disney.
You think you're helping Don the Hypnotist?
Don, when are we going to bring you up to have you do a new hypnosis show?
I'm waiting for Earl to tell me when he's got something set up. He keeps giving me emails, but I don't hear any setup dates.
After the show today, you're going to get your shit together. And I got news for you. When Tony Bagels told the story about the other day about how long it took for you to get back to him, there's some things that you do well. The feigning is great. The not being able to fucking know where you're at, love it. But the producer has to organize the guest thing.
Yes, I kept in touch with all principals involved. I kept.
You don't want you to keep in touch. The Tony Bagels waited months to come in to drop off the fucking inno. Why should that happen?
Well, he kept adding bits to it, and then I said, "No, we will get back to you." I said, "Definitely."
When he brought it up the other day, you blushed as well as you could. You didn't want any part of it. Now, what's the problem with Don the Hypnotist?
No, we just have to set a date. That's all.
Yes. How long have you been waiting for this, Don?
Probably 4 months.
All right, Don wants it. I want it. Why are we worried about setting a date? What are we looking for?
Well,
Under a harvest moon?
Well, Don told me he needed some lead time so he can come up. And then I said, okay, fine, we'll set a date and I'll get back to you.
Have you set the date?
No, I have not.
Why not?
Set the date.
What are you thinking about?
He's had 4 months lead time. How are you getting here, dog sled?
All right, Don, he'll get a hold of you soon.
All right, guys. Hey, I hope you have a great New Year.
All right, peace. Kev, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, how's it going?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man, I want to see if I can buy that ashtray from you. I'll give you, I don't know, $10.
Sold.
Do not sell your Christmas gift.
Why? It's a collectible.
Do not sell it. That's for you to keep and collect.
Well, Fezzy, I'll collect it, man. I'll keep it forever. Man, it's from my boy Ronnie.
Yeah, I'll sign it. So it'll be something personal, not just white ceramic with a name stamped on it. Why wouldn't you have got me the thing from Joe Namath's club?
Well, I didn't know there was a Joe Namath club merchandise available.
Yeah, there's a site here called Buy Grandpa an Ashtray, and it's just ashtrays that you can get from everywhere.
That's not the website that I went to. I just searched Toots Shor.
New York first?
Actually, I don't even know the name of it now.
I guarantee you that's where you got it from, because that's the same ashtray.
Ceramic ashtrays also don't last very long. They'll last nearly as long as
this one's lasted 60 years.
All right, here you go. Toots Shor Ashtray on eBay. Dave, come on over. Read the winning bid right here.
$16.09.
$16.09. Thanks a lot, fucko. I'm going to have the greatest time of my life.
All right, I paid more than that. Maybe that was one that I should have gone to the eBay for.
Why not just vintage Toots Shor Ashtray, no chips or ding, same exact fucking ashtray, $16.09.
Does it say if it was signed by him?
No.
See, he didn't go around signing ashtrays.
Well,
why should he?
He wasn't famous.
That's why I'm saying your autograph is a fraud. It's not the real Toots Shor.
No, it isn't even an autograph. It's stamped in. This just happened. This was just sitting in his fucking bar years ago.
Oh. It was the custom-made ashtrays that they had made for his bar.
And this one was taken, stole for $16.09, and then Fez fucking hands it to me. Now, Fez, I don't normally do this. You're going out and get me another present. This time is bull. You know what I got? I got hosed. Dad got hosed.
You did not get hosed.
A 1609 fucking president isn't getting hosed.
Well, I spent a lot more than that on it.
I can't fucking help that. Fucking come back with magic beans and act like I'm supposed to be happy with it. Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi. Happy New Year, brothers. Obviously, it's the thought that counts, and obviously you didn't think too much.
I think a lot of thought went into this.
I don't know. Doesn't sound it to me.
It was Toots Shor's bar, a famous bar in New York City.
Whose?
Toots Shor's.
I never heard of the place.
Of course you wouldn't. It didn't last.
Did he give you any cigars to go with it?
No.
Oh.
No, nothing.
Oh.
And that was it. Literally, that was it.
Just a small little heavy.
Yeah.
Ceramic.
And this is after my chick cooks him a turkey. We all get together. He slaps a fucking ceramic ashtray on me. Waves. Heads out the door.
Well, there's sentimental value, too.
Here's Rich. Rich, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Rich, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Ron and Fez. Fez got that ashtray on the homeless shopping spree, so O&A paid for that ashtray, not even Fezzy.
Is that where you got it from?
No, I didn't get it on the homeless shopping spree. Where would I get that at the mall?
Hey, Fez and I were walking down the street the other day, and he bumps into one of his homeless pals.
It was slow motion.
Slow motion goes like this to Fez. Hey, man, how you doing? He's showing him the shoes, and then he goes like this. You think you're going to need any help on that radio show of yours? Because he actually said this. I'm, trying to help people catch cabs. Thinking that somehow he's performing some service to the city by waving the same time other people are waving.
It was the exact same outfit, too, from the homeless shopping spree.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, you got the ashtray this year. That means next year you'll get that fucking slab of clay with Fez's handprint in it that you make in art class in second grade.
It did seem like something that he would have made himself. Did you, Fez?
No, I didn't make it myself. I don't do homemade gifts.
That would have meant something to me. That would have meant that you cared.
I did care.
Not that you did 1609 on eBay.
And it was a lot more than that. I thought it was something you would really like. I thought it was something that had a nice sentimental value to it.
I don't see how it would.
Of a nice night we had out in New York watching that documentary.
I went to a movie.
The place.
Who the fuck? You know how many times I go to movies? I'm not going to sit around and remember. Oh, yes. One time me and my friends from work, we went to see a film. A motion picture. A talkie, if you will.
You see, Ron didn't actually go into the Toots Shor restaurant.
No, I've never been there. It didn't exist.
If he had been there, it would have made sense.
I know. That makes it all the more special. It's not there anymore.
So it means absolutely nothing to Ron.
Yeah, why don't you give me restaurants I've never been to? There's just tons of them out there. Very, very strange. I don't know. I guess I had it coming to me. I guess that's the fucking joke.
No, you had a nice gift coming to you, and that's what you got, a nice gift.
Next Christmas, you know what I want you to get me?
What's that?
Nothing. Let's just... No mas. Stop it. Call it off.
I can't get you nothing.
That's it. Well, you did this year. 1609 you got me.
There was more than that.
Dave, you looked it up online.
Yeah.
What was it?
1609.
Motherfuck.
$16.09, not 1,609.
A white ceramic ashtray. All right, that's it for us, guys. We're going to start the world's slowest walkover. And then we'll be back here tomorrow right after O&A.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
Satellites gone way up to Mars. Soon it'll be filled with parking cars. I watched it for a little while. I love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. been bold with Harry, Mark, and John. Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday through Thursday with Harry, Mark, and John. Satellites gone up to the skies. Things like that drive me out of my mind. I watched it for a little while. I love to watch things on TV. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.